and unbiased analysis. Today 95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. This is the World News on your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. In the headlines, President Bola Tinubu disclosed commitment in ensuring safe ambience of learning for Nigerian children. AGF Lateef Fagbemi calls for scrapping of State Independent Electoral Commission. Governor Siminalayi Fubara urged to ensure recovery of local government council looted properties. On the foreign scene, Libertarian Party picks presidential candidate in Gaza. I am Lucky Maxwell. President Bola Tinubu has disclosed that his administration is sparing no effort in ensuring that Nigerian children have a solid footing for the realization of their dreams. Tinubu made the declaration in a statement by his media aide, Ajuri Ngelale, in commemoration of the 2024 Children's Day celebration. According to the statement, the president also acknowledged that society is a reflection of each family unit, urged the preservation of those principles that make the country a wholesome, nurturing and thriving nation. President Tinubu further reassured the nation of his commitment to ensuring a safe and secure ambience of learning for the children while improving the standard of education. The First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has promised to reintroduce Young Farmers Club in schools across the country. She made the announcement at an event organized to commemorate the 2024 Children's Day celebration held at the banquet hall of the State House in Abuja. The First Lady said Young Farmers Club will soon be launched in state-owned primary and secondary schools across the country. According to her, the initiative is part of efforts to encourage farming among the young population in the country. She said each child will have a garden in their school which they will nurture, adding that awards will be presented at the school with the best farm. Such award, she noted, will include equipping the school's library, provision of laboratory facilities, among others. Meanwhile, the First Lady has announced a grant of 10 million naira to each of the schools that participated in the special Children's Day event. A total of 16 primary and secondary schools drawn from across the Federal Capital Territory took part in the event, which featured cultural displays depicting the diverse rich cultures in Nigeria. Each of the schools received a demo check of 10 million naira presented by the wife of the president. In a passionate appeal for the protection of children's rights and well-being, wife of the Rivers State Governor, Valeria Fubara, has called on government at all levels to intensify our efforts in ensuring the growth and safety of children across the nation. Speaking during the Children's Day celebration at the Government House in Port Harcourt, Valerie Fubara emphasized the need for all relevant agencies to increase their...
that the CP and his men are doing very, very well. We all know that crime is a very big venture. Police role is just to complement other security forces to reduce crime. I want to talk about stakeholders. Everybody that makes up the society is a stakeholder. If you want to sleep with your both eyes closed, you have roles to play in the issue of security.
Earlier in his address, the State Commissioner of Police, CP Olatunji Disu, commended the DIG for the visit, which he said will provide an avenue for officers and men to learn effective ways of policing, while urging him to use his office to address challenges affecting the command.
This visit is coming at the right time when your advice and experience are needed to spice up officers and men of the command to perform their duties optimally. Rivers State is situated in the South-South region of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is one of the Niger Delta states of the South-South, with a population of about 5 million. Because of its peculiarity, Rivers State is strategic to the economic due to its huge deposit of oil resources, which by extension is the reason for criminal opportunities in the state. The state is made up of 23 local government areas, and for administrative efficiency, Rivers State Command is divided into 10 area commands.
Today FM Suchanda Jowa reports that the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of South-South, Daniel Sukari Pedro, after addressing newsmen, went into a closed-door meeting with the CP and his management team, area commanders, divisional police officers, and other senior police officers. The Kogi State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal has affirmed Usman Ododo as the governor of Kogi State. In upholding the election of the candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, a tribunal dismissed the petition of Moritala Ajaka of the Social Democratic Party SDP. The three-member tribunal led by Justice Ado Bereninkodu held that the SDP and its governorship candidate, Moritala Ajaka, failed to prove their allegations against the respondent. Bereninkodu said the election was conducted in substantial compliance with the Electoral Act. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had announced Ododo, the candidate of the APC, as the winner of the Kogi governorship election held on November 11, 2023. Ododo polled 446,237 votes to defeat Ajaka, who came second with 259,052 votes, and Dino Melaye of the People's Democratic Party, who scored 46,360 votes. The Bayelsa State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal has affirmed the re-election of Governor Doyediri of Bayelsa State. The three-man panel led by Justice Adekunle Adeleye dismissed the petition brought by the All Progressives Congress APC and its candidate Timepra Silva. In its unanimous decision, the tribunal held that the petitioners failed to adduce any credible evidence to substantiate any of the allegations they raised against the outcome of the Bayelsa State Governorship poll. It struck out as incompetent all the additional proof of evidence as well as statement on oath of some of the witnesses that testified for the petitioners. The tribunal held that the decision of Silva and his party to file their additional proof of evidence and statement on oath of witnesses long after they had filed the petition was tantamount to a surreptitious attempt to amend the case of the petitioners. More so, the tribunal dismissed the allegation that the Deputy Governor, Lawrence Ewurujakpo, tendered forged university degree certificates and National Youth Service Corps NYSC exemption certificates to the Independent National Electoral Commission in aid of his qualification to contest the election. A tribunal chairman, Justice Adeleye, who read the lead judgment, further held that some of the allegations in the petition contained elements of criminality that ought to have been proved beyond reasonable doubt. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, has called for the scrapping of State Independent Electoral Commission. Fagbemi made the call at the National Discourse on Nigeria's Security Challenges and Good Governance at the local government level held in Abuja. According to him, in spite of the constitutional provisions that were meant to safeguard local government autonomy, there have been cases of arbitrary dissolution, abolition, or fragmentation of local governments by the higher tiers of government, particularly the state government. He further explained that one of the persistent challenges of the Nigeria's federalism is the persistent failure to grant autonomy to local governments as the third tier of government. The Tripartite Committee of the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, and the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria have adopted an earlier resolution on the long-standing dispute of non-payment of pensions to disengaged seafarers of the Nigerian National Shipping Line by commencing verification exercise. Here in Rivers State, the exercise is holding at the Namasa Hall and Nigerian Ports Authority office from 27th to 30th May 2024 at 9 a.m. daily. In a statement, the Tripartite Committee, Federal Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, noted that only disengaged seafarers or their lawful representatives who were earlier paid gratuities by NIMASA and Nigerian Ports Authority are entitled to participate in the verification exercise. The statement urged all disengaged seafarers to be physically present at the venue or send lawful representatives if those involved are deceased. It also urged disengaged seafarers to come with their discharge booklet, 2 passport photographs, power of attorney for absent seafarers, or letter of administration in the case of deceased workers. A stakeholder in Rivers State have called on the government to key into the idea of blue economy, as it will attract more investors to the state and have multiplier effect on other sectors of the economy. The Mayor of Housing, My East China, made the call at the Rivers State Economic and Investment Summit held in Port Harcourt. China said the summit focused on the ease of doing business and integration of host community buyer investors into their various business plans.
Okay, my final takeaway for the economic summit, 2 things. All barriers to the difficulty of doing business must be broken down, including political and bureaucratic barriers. So concluded that whatever the state government is doing, it is not about the summit, it's not about the agenda and the vision, it is about breaking barriers to ease of doing business. Second conclusion, the integration of host community. Host community must be incorporated into the private ownership of some of these big corporations. And we already adopted and are deploying the same model. So the government needs to be conscious when a development or a business is coming to the state.
It might interest you to know that the Rivers State Economic and Investors Summit attracted several experts to Port Harcourt to brainstorm on ways to grow the economy of the state. The Eze Odohia I and the Ikwe Bakani, the first of Rumeme Kingdom, in Obiakwa local government area of Rivers State, Chief Echesin Aleruchi Nsirim has felicitated with Governor Siminalayi Fubara on his 1 year in office as Governor of Rivers State. Chief Aleruchi Nsirim, in a statement, appreciated the Governor for the appointment of 2 illustrious sons from Obiakwa local government area, Prince Solomon Eke and Collins Onowo, as commissioners in the Rivers State Executive Council. The Eze Odohia I also commended Governor Fubara for the flag-off of the Trans-Calabari and Okania Ogbogoro roads in the local government area. Chief Aleruchi Nsirim further applauded Governor Fubara's developmental strides and prayed God to give him the wisdom to move Rivers State to a greater height. The Libertarian Party in the United States has picked a presidential candidate who has expressed support for a ceasefire in Gaza, rejecting the nationally known former President Donald Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as its nominee, after they each spoke at the party's convention. Chase Oliver garnered about 60% of the vote from Libertarian delegates during the final round of voting. Third parties have rarely been competitive in the U.S. presidential election, and the Libertarian candidate 4 years ago won 1% of the vote. But the party's decision is getting more attention this year due to the rematch between Trump and Democratic President Joe Biden, which could hinge again on small vote margins in a handful of contested states. In his speech, Oliver, who is an anti-war activist, pledged to support a ceasefire as well as the end of genocide in Gaza. In sport, there are indications that Chelsea Football Club is progressing towards appointing Leicester City manager Enzo Maresca as his successor of Mauricio Pochettino, following intensified discussions over the weekend. Despite having achieved promotion to the Premier League with Leicester last season, Maresca is reportedly open to the opportunity of joining Chelsea. Chelsea had reportedly started conducting formal interviews with several candidates. Initially, Kieran McKenna was also in the running for the Chelsea job. However, Brighton is attempting to appoint him as Roberto De Zerbi's successor. So, and the news as a summary of the major stories. President Bola Tinubu has disclosed his commitment in ensuring a safe ambience of learning for Nigerian children. The AGF, Lateef Fagbemi, has called for the scrapping of state independent electoral commissions. We also told you that Governor Siminalayi Fubara has been urged to ensure the recovery of local government consolidated properties. On the foreign scene, you heard that a Libertarian Party has picked Chase Oliver over Donald Trump ahead of the U.S. presidential election. Stella Sasongo, editor of the news. For comment and inquiries, please call 0818-3892-850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good evening. I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
The future belongs to the dreamers, the doers, to those who are not afraid to explore endless opportunity to you every step of the way. Start your day with a flavorful cup of top tea. You are made for more. The future belongs to the dreamers, the doers, to those who are not afraid.
Tune in for a journey beyond the ordinary.
Fasten your seatbelts.
We're not just a station. We are the station. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Wetin you dey find for Sokoto? E don dey your domoto. Unique Company Limited na the ogbonge company wey dey deal on all sizes of quarry products like chippings. For Unique, we no dey do the more you look, the less you see, because we get standard weigh bridge wey go weigh the quantity wey you want. You confirm am, you pay, you carry your chippings, you go house, everybody's happy. Wetin you dey wait for? Waka go Unique Company Limited wey dey along Obirikwere Airport Road beside Bowen Filling Station now, or you reach them with these numbers
0912 994 7115 0912 994 7115 or 0813 572 3222 0813 572 3222.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
A very good evening to each and every one of you out there. Good evening, Port Harcourt. Good evening to all sports fans around the city, around the nation, and around the globe. Welcome to the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on radio. The show is Soccer Nation, and my name is Osasi Hiwi. You can call me the demigod in the world of sports. I will be the man behind the console to drive you through the ever amazing world of football. Don't go nowhere. Sit back, relax, and the show will kickstart shortly. All right, starting from the camp of Manchester United, where Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the rest of the United top brass are preparing to hold a review into the club's season in the coming days. And it will be there where Ten Hag's fate is decided, having come into Saturday's finals, facing several reports that a decision had already been made and it's not in his good interest. With multiple humiliations of the last 2 years, the rout at Anfield 7-0, Crystal Palace's 4-0 defeat of Manchester United, Brentford's 4-0 and Brighton's 4-0, it's quite obvious that Erik ten Hag would have to face a huge mountain convincing the board. From the red side of Manchester, we move to Chelsea, where Chelsea are closing in on the appointment of Enzo Maresca after the club requested permission to speak with the Leicester City manager. Maresca, who has guided Leicester City back into the Premier League, is emerging as the leading candidate to take over from Mauricio Pochettino. Ipswich Kieran McKenna has ruled himself out of the running, and the senior sources have played down Chelsea's interest in Roberto Di Zerbi, who left Brighton by mutual consent. Chelsea have also spoken to Thomas Frank, the Brentford manager. They want a manager who is focused on possession football, and there is a support for Maresca from senior figures. Chelsea would need to pay about £10 million in compensation to Leicester City to land the 44-year-old. Maresca has a release clause of around £10 million in his contract with Leicester City. So Chelsea could land the Italian without having to negotiate by simply paying that amount to the Midland club. However, there are no guarantees that Maresca would take the job, as he is happy at Leicester City. He could decide to stay if the conditions at Chelsea are not right for him. Now from England, we head to Spain and we land at Real Madrid, where Real Madrid youngster Arda Güler has revealed that his dream is to become the first Turkish player to win the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid face off against Borussia Dortmund in the finals of the UEFA Champions League this Saturday at Wembley Stadium in London. Throughout the history of the Champions League, there has not been a single footballer from Turkey to have won the trophy. That, however, will change this Saturday as one of Arda Güler from Real Madrid and Salih Özcan from Borussia Dortmund will be on the podium lifting the title. Arda Güler stated that he hopes to become the first player from the nation to do so. Quoting him, "I want to be the first Turkish player to win the UEFA Champions League. I hope I can play in the UEFA Champions League finals. But if I do not, there is no problem because the important thing is for Real Madrid to win the title." Still with Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham has said it would be really nice to play with Kylian Mbappe next season. The France captain is expected to join the Los Blancos at the end of his Paris Saint-Germain contract this summer. Mbappe could form an all-star attack alongside Vinicius Jr. and Madrid's top scorer this season. Bellingham offering support to that trio. Quoting him, "I don't pick the team and I certainly don't make the transfers. But Kylian Mbappe, what a player. Who wouldn't want to play with someone as good as him?" This was Bellingham speaking to reporters. Still in Spain, this time we go to Barcelona, where Barcelona defender Ronald Araujo has been heavily linked with an exit from the club this summer with talks over a renewal in...
See my star shine like a diamond. Can you move son of diamond? A million SC. Bado Jackie diamond. Chibola uti jogo. Ulo best I won't stop. Put them up with Repoleko. Them will look at you.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So
I don't want you to waste my time. I don't wanna wait till it's all over. This love is a gift from the Most High Jah. That is why I'm thankful for all I have. Cause the fast life really ain't all that. So now I try to be pure. No be like say I know this. I just get better in Jah. Waiting and see for this life plenty. I keep up for my belly. Roller coaster. People be like any roller coaster. My life now, roller coaster.
Please remain seated. It's gonna be a wild ride.
También baja, pero la vida me protege de las malas. A veces creo que yo soy la hierba mala, porque no muero que me tire muchas balas. Y que me duela para recordar que estoy vivo, que me la goce pero también la he sufrido. Que ni la fama ni la lana, que anda en el frío y la sonrisa de mi hijo.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique dial.
The future belongs to the dreamers, the doers, To those who are not afraid to explore endless opportunities, no matter what your dreams are, you can achieve it. And Top Tea will be with you every step of the way. Start your day with a flavorful cup of Top Tea. You are made for more. The future belongs to the dreamers, the doers, to those who are not afraid.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM. We're talking because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
I don't want you to waste my time. I don't wanna wait till it's all over. This life is a gift from the Most High Jah. That is why I'm thankful for all I have. Cause the fast life really ain't all that. So now I try to be pure of heart. No be like say I know this. I just get better in Jah. Waiting I see for this life plenty. I keep on for my belly. Roller coaster. People be like any roller coaster. Life now. Roller coaster.
Please remain seated. It's gonna be a wild ride.
También baja, pero la vida me protege de las malas. A veces creo que yo soy la hierba mala, porque no muero que me tire muchas balas. Y que me duela para recordar que estoy vivo, que me la gozo pero también la he sufrido. Que ni la fama ni la lana calman el frío, y la sonrisa de mi hijo me quita el escalofrío de mis emociones. Muchas palabras pero pocas las acciones. Ya no vivo pendiente de las opiniones. Ya me repara, solo quiero hacer canciones. De mis emociones, muchas palabras pero pocas las acciones. Ya no vivo pendiente de las opiniones. Ya me repara, solo quiero hacer canciones. Dímelo si sientes que te ofendí. No siempre puedo estar feliz. Hacer la cosa. La gente está encima de mí. Toda cosa. Si arriba estás, roller coaster.
I don't want you to waste my time.
Thank you for joining us. Welcome on board. Welcome to today's Connect on Today 95.1 FM. My name is Lucky Maxwell. What's paining you? What is worrying you? This is the time. But let me ask you this question. What is it that, one can do when you are, there are times when you're angry, you're upset. What is it that somebody can do to calm you down? Like when you are very, 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 very angry, what is it that one can do to calm you down? Send a message to 0701-9339-962. I was trying to play a video, but the sound is not coming out. I don't know why. You for laughter. I don't know why the sound is not coming out. All right, so feel free to join me. Tell me what's bothering you. Tell me what's going on. That is really, really a burden. Yes, that you think is a burden to you. All right, join me on the conversation. Let's talk. 0810-9510-951. And what is that one thing that when you are upset, like really upset, one can do to calm you down? Yes, good evening.
Master, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Go ahead.
My name is Stephen Nido.
Yes, please.
I want to tell the children celebrating today, happy Children's Day to them. And my brother, what is bothering me this today, as I am today, it's about Nigeria government. Why is it that someone cannot use Nigeria currency to buy something in the market anymore? You owe the sum of 5,000, it will look as if you owe the sum of 1,000 naira a time when you go to the market with it. Everything in the market, very high. Cannot see 100 naira is no more valued in Nigeria anymore. Even the 1,000 naira is not that valued anymore. So I'm using this open door, this opportunity that you have given to we scholars to call President Tinubu that he inherited that office, that let him revise this hardship that we are into, that I'm facing now. I'm not happy with this kind of hardship because it is biting me harder. Like it's not, I'm not seeing it as a funny, I'm not seeing it as a easy something to say it. It's never in the history of Nigeria that this kind of things is occurring in this country, that you cannot make use of 100 naira to buy it in the mangi at market again. So I see it as a funny nation. So let him revise this scenario. Let him revise the scenario. Let him take us to where we are. And let our money to be valued in this country. Not how we devaluing our money. Not the government official devaluing our money. And the second thing, when I'm hungry, what can calm me down is that at that time that I'm hungry, either I walk away from that environment or I put on a comedy film and just laugh over it. That's how I easy of myself.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, good evening. All right, join me on the conversation. What is it that when you are really, really angry, like you want to scatter everywhere, what is it that they can do to calm you down? And then what's on your mind? Send me a message. Let me take it. This is a platform where you can share whatever with us, and we'll take it. We know a lot of things is ongoing as we speak. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Maxwell.
Doc, good to have you, sir.
Yes, Maxwell, how are you?
I'm great, too.
Maxwell. So, in our minds, and in my mind particularly, you know, when I was listening to this program they normally do in the morning hour, that look like Fact Files, anchored by Ike Manjima and this other discussant. You know, one of the things they discussed today was what has been in my mind, how the 27 defected lawmakers suddenly probably connived with their master who told, who has earlier made us known that they didn't tell him that they defected. That even though they defected, but they didn't tell him they were defected, in one of the programs. So really they actually defected. And now the legal advisor of PDP, through the back door, coming to tell the court probably, or tell us that these 27 lawmakers never defected. I keep wondering what manner of, what childish character is this one? Would they be like the 9 commissioners who resigned and later came back and later resigned again? Some of these things I keep wondering. I say, if it's my child, when I go home, my child will sit me down and tell me, have you not grown? Are you still a baby? That's what my child will tell me. So I keep wondering, this big darling, this childlike attitude, in this present day, in this dispensation, in this 2024, people are still playing hanky-panky with such a case, with such matter, of such magnitude. It's appalling, Maxwell. I keep wondering, what for? So that you come back through the back door tomorrow and want to impeach thing. You can't eat your cake and have it. Go home and rest. You've made enough money. They have made enough money. They have really, really, really made enough money from this state. They should go home. Allow Rivers State to breathe. Allow the young generation of Rivers people to breathe. Let there be good things. Let's hear projects. Let's hear employment in Rivers State. Enough of 27 defected lawmakers. Enough of Wike. He should day his day in Abuja. Let's become a day in day for Rivers and develop the Rivers State for the people. Let there be industrialization. Let there be education. Let the health centers work. Let government hospitals work. Enough of this discussion all the time. 27 defected lawmakers, tomorrow they come to tell you they never defected. Are they not ashamed of themselves? If they can come and say they never defected, with all the shenanigans, with all the telecasts, telecasts we saw everywhere, with all the media advertisements and all that we saw, you're coming to tell us you didn't defect. Just for what? What you have eaten in 8 years, you still want to be eating it. You want to loot Rivers State dry. Well, allegedly, when things came out and told us that the IGR of the state is 27 billion. And it is obvious between you and me and other well-meaning Rivers people to know who are indigenous or who reside in Rivers State, to know that this 27 billion may have been more than this number of years. But somebody doesn't want to tell us the truth. Master, the difference between 27 billion and 12 billion, where has the difference been? Somebody probably somewhere is using it to buy the heart of the whole Nigeria. In that program this morning, in that program this morning, they were debating if the legal advisor of Rivers State, of PDP nationwide, probably must have gotten instruction from somebody, or even making local government autonomous, with the present thing that we're seeing in Rivers State. Money talks. All the difference of that billion, whether it runs in hundreds of billions, probably with someone's pocket. The very person that the Army General say he can even bribe God. He can bribe his way. But what I am saying is this, and what is in my mind is that let them allow Rivers State to breathe fresh air. They should allow the governor to sit and do his job after 4 years, so that we can hold him accountable and not all these shenanigans and distractions.
Thank you,
Maxwell.
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. I'll give you a tip on what we'll be looking at on Area Report today.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice?
The future belongs to the dreamers, the doers, to those who are not afraid to explore endless opportunities. No matter what your dreams are, you can achieve it. And Top Tea will be with you every step of the way. Start your day with a flavorful cup of Top Tea. You are made for more. The future belongs to the dreamers, the doers, to those who are not afraid.
On this day in history. On this day in history. On this day in history. In 1937, the Golden Gate Bridge was opened. The suspension bridge connecting San Francisco Peninsula with Marin Country is one of the most recognized works of United States architecture. In 1942, Czech resistance fighters killed Henrad Hedrich. In 1960, a military coup overthrew the democratic government of Turkey. The high-ranking German Nazi official was one of the main architects of the Holocaust. In retaliation, the Nazis murdered all male inhabitants over 15 years of age in the Czech village of Lidis and deported most of the remaining people to concentration camps. In 1963, Jomo Kenyatta was elected as the first Prime Minister of Kenya. In 1964, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, died. Today is Children's Day in Nigeria. It is a national holiday that was first established in 1964. In 1965, Chibuike Rotimi Amechi was born. He's a Nigerian politician, a former Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, former governor, and most recently served as the Federal Minister of Transportation of Nigeria from 2015 to 2022 in the cabinet of President Buhari, and was an aspirant for the office of the president in 2023 elections on the platform of the APC. In 1967, Rivers State was created. It's among the 12 states created by the Gowon region. In 2006, a massive earthquake devastated parts of Java, Indonesia, with 5 million people living within 50 kilometers of the quake's epicenter. About 6,000 died and 1.5 million were left homeless. On this day in history, on this day in history, on this day in history.
Tune in for a journey beyond the ordinary.
Fasten your seatbelts.
We're not just a station. We are the station. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Today's news in 60. The federal government said no fewer than 37,000 jobs will be created in the geriatric care industry being set up by the National Senior Citizen Center, NSSC. Electricity consumers have kicked against the hike in the prices of prepaid meters as announced by the power distribution companies. Members of the Senate Committee on Establishment and Public Service and House Committee on Pensions have agreed to work together to tackle the challenge of accrued rights in pension industry. On the foreign scene, China has urged Japan and South Korea to reject protectionism and uphold free trade as leaders of the countries met in a trilateral summit in Seoul. Today's news in 60.
Don't get it mixed up. You are listening to Today 95.1 FM, your premium talk, news, and sports station in Port Harcourt. We are the voice of the people. Shake this.
I know they want to see me fall, but I they stand fit, I know they follow. Won't pay me or more babalo. If you don't know, make you ask, I do go. Where do they body? I be doing this in Dante. Whatever you do, hope say you they make me rama. I don't get time for wahala, I take it easy. I will, I'm on my way. That's it, la left right, she on my way. I'm on my way. That's it, la left right, 50-50 we go share a man, no like Ojoro. You go do I go know your color. I get to your color, even when I shy you. The best of I madami duro. Where do the body? I be doing this in Dante. Ibanu Jeo, over say what's on the whatever you do, hope say you they make the rama. I don't get time for wahala, I take it easy. I will. I'm on my way, that's it, la left right, she on my way.
Tune into the king of sounds and blues.
Fight for you. I'll give my life for you. No valley too low, no mountain too high for me to climb for you. Now you to help me see the very best in me. And now you day there when nobody day there. Now you invest in me. And I will walk 1,000 miles if only you will hold my hand. I will go the distance all the way for you. You know I can. People they ask me, say, what's in they make me smile? I tell the whole world, say, now you be my life. And if them argue, say, we no go last reach night. I tell the people, say, you know if it kill starlight. Them say my eye go clear. Them say your eye go tear. Darling, no mind them, make you no send them. Them no be gone, my dear. And I will walk 1,000 miles if only you will hold my hand. I will go the distance all the way for you. You know I can. People they ask me, say, waiting they make me smile. I tell the whole world, say, now you be my life. And if them argue, say, yeah, we no go last reach night. I tell the people, say, you know if it kill, starlight they shine from night till the morning. You know they tire, you know they die, and even when it disappears, still they help they shine somewhere all the time.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
All right, welcome on board. Thank you for joining us. This is Area Talk, where we take a look at topical issues affecting River State, affecting our environment. And today we're going to look at, I termed it public looting within public office. What a title. Public looting in public offices. When public office holders, maybe politicians, you might call them, leave office, there tend to be this attitude to pick public property while they're leaving office, such as cars, chairs, and all manner. This has been the order of the day. Governors are involved. We also hear some cars that were given to some lawmakers. When they are going, they take them along. And these are cars that were bought with public money. In spite of the huge salary and emoluments they've earned over the years, it is not enough. I have gone to a senator's house who is a former governor, and I saw ABC state government, for instance, I'm just giving for instance, so if it's River State government, you see RVSG property, I saw it in the man's house, fleet of cars like that, belonging to that state government. What is it doing in a private hand? Now, when Donald Trump left office, Bush and the rest of them, did they see public properties in their houses? U.S. government car, U.S. government chair, spoon, and all that. Did they see it in their houses? Because, it is very easy for us to make comparisons. We say, in the democracy that is being practiced by the U.S., this, when it favors us. But we don't also put on the table the fact that there are institutions over there that checkmate what these people do. Donald Trump was said to have allegedly taken public documents, paper, not even cars or whatever, paper, public document, classified document. And then they started looking into, while he has left office, a former president, right? Now, the case study is what is happening in River State. I will just use allegedly that some people who are living as local government chairmen are allegedly, looting public property. When we did platform, it was there, but probably we didn't have enough time to look into that particular issue. Firstly, what will fuel, that attitude for people to have the tenacity to look public property? I had Uchendu on the show then, and he talked about the Amechi's administration. When it was discovered, they investigated. They saw with their eyes buses now that they saw buses in a big compound belonging to the government that have been looted by one individual. We also saw in Northern Governor videos. We saw Keke Marwa minibuses that have been looted by this set of people. And a court said the EFCC should return those properties. And I ask, if we continue like this, that means anybody who gets into office will say, they have done theirs. Me too. I'm going to do mine. I was supposed to have the Noge chairman, but his line is not going through. But I will have a barrister join us. Barrister Victor is joining us on the program. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Barrister Victor, you are probably familiar with public looting. That's what I termed it, public looting in public offices, where politicians and public office holders, when they are leaving office, tend to, take one or two property belonging to the public. Because these properties, cars, chairs, whatever you call them, must have been bought with public fund. But we see these officers, including past governors, including lawmakers who got cars, bought by public funds, they go with it, in spite of the fact that over the years, while they were in office, they earned so much in terms of salary, emolument, allowances, and what have you. But they still look for a way to tamper with public property when they are leaving office. What do you think is responsible for this high-handedness, and why is it that the system hasn't been able to hold these set of individuals accountable?
I think one thing that is responsible for project improper teachings of government property by successive government. When you acquire property in the name of a particular area of government, whether state or local government, you don't make the record strict. You don't. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, you don't make the record straight. You do it in the hanky-panky way. Like I told some persons. I think in your radio program, I said until we start doing digital, until we start going digital in all things, we leave the normal paperwork where you can backdate to do whatever. We will never get it right. Only the system will fight itself. But the humans, who, if the system is porous to the extent that the humans or the personnel can completely control the system, then we will continue to live like this. Now, for the local government chairman, seemingly or likely or currently looting public property.
For now, allegedly.
That's the crime. Allegedly, yeah. So, obviously, it's a crime. The criminal code is there. The criminal code is there. Very clear. Just you must not. Even the Attorney General has all the powers under the law to make findings and charge you. You go there and defend. Yes, the Attorney General has that power. It's properly contained in our law. So, for now, we are saying the law doesn't go with speculations. It is being speculated or hearsay or alleged that our outgoing local government chairman, because certainly on that day, that 16th, they will leave. Nobody owns River State. Lucky Maso, you don't own it. Victor Oko, I don't own it. Someone does not own it. Chidi Lord does not own it. The listeners do not own it. But we all own it. So nobody fear anybody.
Are you sure they will leave office?
They must leave now. Unless there will be something judicial that will keep them. But something spiritual or physical can't keep them there. Except there will be something judicial. And of course we're all bound by it. You know, up and down, we are bound by it. It doesn't matter how you feel. But if it is something physical or spiritual, it is not peculiar now. They will leave. But if it is something judicial, no matter whether you like it or not, we have to follow. So looting is neither here nor there. Unless even after looting and they run to Abuja, if the government wants to fetch you, they will still fetch you. No local government chairman has immunity or enjoys immunity or arrogates immunity because you are with either the governor or the minister. The funds, the properties so being looted are properties of the people of a particular local government in any circumstance. So there is nothing to fear. There is nothing to hoops and push. It is clear that once you take, you convert with fraud, you have stolen. And it will be tested in the laboratory of justice. So there is nothing to worry about. We as lawyers, as a lawyer, I don't, he want to, they want to, they would like to. But it is good to take preservative measures. Yes, it is proper for the HPM, the HLG, the head of local government, that's what they call them, HLGA, the
head of management personnel,
the HPM, and some other directors can vividly, actively, they have the backings of law to stop a local government chairman to loot government property. Possibly they may not be able to stop him from moving the vehicle because he still enjoys that privilege to move the council vehicle until that last day. But to pull out things from the offices, even at this moment, when you have an express authority to make questions for the good of the people. What is important in every setting, at any given time, is the intentions of the law and also the intentions of an action. So if it weighs most to favor the people, and I think that's even what God and even the Satan wants. So it shouldn't impute any fear in the people of River State, or like in my local government, that the local government chairman will loot our property. They can't do it, especially when it comes to funds, without the HLGA, HPM, that's head of local government administration, head of personnel management, and the treasurer. You can't loot without these people being in connivance. That is supporting the criminal act. So there are not much fears on my part, except possibly the vehicles which we can, which is successive, is the government that will take from them will now know how to recover those properties.
Let's look at the panel of inquiry that the governor said he was going to set up. If eventually that panel is set up to look into the activities of the past government in the past 8 years, do you think Governor Siminalayi Fubara should also include the looking into of the activities of the past local government chairman when they finally leave office?
Well, so that every local government, you can do it peacefully. There is nothing wrong. Look, whatever you've taken, we found out that you've taken XYZ. Bring it back. Okay, if you've taken 10 million, okay, you can, for now, we need, if you can cover 5 million. The local government can also waive it. Waive the other 5 million. You know, can cause a pardon. But if they push further, they can petition to the institutions of the state, the prosecuting institutions of the state, like even the police can do that. We shouldn't just rule out the powers of the police to do all of these things, because they have the 100% powers to pursue all of this. But you know, the system of our Nigerian policing, you can do that. You can write to the EFCC. You can also, you know, petition the Attorney General for an action to be taken against a particular individual who once served as a local government chairman in a particular local government.
So you feel the best approach is the plea bargain approach, where if, like you said, the person has taken, in terms of cash now, misappropriated from saving fund, and you discover to the tune of 10 million, you can say, okay, bring 5 or 6 million. Then what about properties like cars, shares, and probably converted some landed properties? What can be done in that regard?
And you can also take it. You can also take it through the same means. You call the attention, either they refuse. Your facts will speak volume. You take steps. The reason why we refuse to take steps is even the man that wants to come wants to also do his own. You know, he feels this money will keep coming. It's our own. So everybody that comes in looks for a way to dip. And in this circumstance where the EFCC does not even prognose, because for you need to, you know, touch on the states before that going to the local government. But there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. There is no law. There is no injunction that don't touch the local government, a specific local government in River State. It was just River State government and its agencies. And the local government is the local government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's not being funded by the state. It's just a joint account opened. The local government in River State or anywhere in Nigeria, we are clearly enshrined in the 1999 Constitution.
Now, going forward, why do you think the local government chairman, if you go around all the local governments in River State, the people at the grassroots are complaining that these guys didn't perform? What do you think probably must have hindered them from performing.
What do I think was, please?
What do you think must have hindered this local government chairman from performing?
Corruption. That's what I would say, hindered them. Because you have the funds, you have, I don't know their relationship with their boss, but I'm now talking about the 23 local government chairmen, both for and against. Maybe we don't know the arrangement they have. But even that arrangement, anything outside law is corruption and greed. Don't local government chairman. It was so funny that we hear some of them say they will not leave office. After staying in the office as a caretaker chairman for 9 months or about a year plus, then you come in again and exhausted 6 extra years. That's about 7 years, and you now say that the heaven will fall. I wonder. But the truth is that the only thing I can tell as an individual that made them, that impeded them from performance other than deceiving themselves, was corruption. None of them, nobody, you can't say, if my local government as a case study, your local government you know very well. My local government, let me restrict myself to my local government. Honorable Dr. Chidi Lloyd, I have to mention them because he is the local government chairman. Before he became a local government chairman, before him, several persons were there. And these people, these predecessors of Chidi Lloyd, maintained and sustained the personnel thereof on their normal standard or cadre or level or grade, as the case may be. They maintained and sustained it over time. From Alemma, it was going until the last before Chidi Lloyd. When he came, he has not done anything. The only thing he did was building a property that I can even build, and you are calling it, you are refacing the local government. Then you sacked over 200-300 persons that even without due procedure. Thank God for the governor of River State who reinstated them. Though I know some persons who even approached court whose grade levels were reduced from level 13. They bring you down to level 6 because somebody wants to eat your level 7, level 8, level 9, level 10, level 12, and level 13 salary. It was sheer wickedness. So, it's corruption and greed that impeded their performance, amongst other things.
All right. Thank you very much, Barrister Victor Oroko, for coming on the show. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, so there you go. Feel free to join the conversation. 081-095-10951. You've heard from the lawyer. Things that can be done. If, at the end of the day, things are missing, funds are missing, best ways to recover them. And, of course, the performance of these local government chairmen. If you go to the rural people, what will be their testimony of this outgoing local government chairman? Yes, good evening.
Yes, Maxwell.
Reginald, good to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think I have heard the lawyer has spoken very well. And I know too well at the local government chairman, the so-called local government chairman does not have immunity covering them from doing all forms of illegality that they are doing. I think the governor of the state has to stand on his ground, if proven, and then perform his duty, which is the protection of life and property, which includes properties at the local government level. I know that it has been a practice within our political system because they thought that government properties belong to them. But it has to stop. Somebody has to take the bull by the horn by making sure that it stops, by taking all the necessary action that is required so that to forestall it. Then on the issue of whether they are performing or they are not performing, for me, I have always held on this belief that here in a state, we don't have a local government chairman, especially the one we are seeing now, the one we have now. We don't have a local government chairman. So, and that is why I don't know whether they are performing or they are not performing. But I must have to hold the governors responsible for their non-performance. Because, Mr. Maxwell, you are the governor. That means governor of the state. And you are the general supervisor of local government. First of all, do the needful. And what is the needful? Give them what is required. The resources, the financial resources, whatever allocation that belongs to them, give it to them completely. And then inform the people that local government we have received this amount of money this month. Give them a template on what they are supposed to achieve, what they are supposed to achieve with it. Make them to know that this fund does not belong to them, that this money belongs to the people. So that the people will have to hold them accountable for whatever they are using the resources for. And that is one of the only reasons that the pressure will be removed from this pressure that we are mounting on the governor every day. Because if you make them to know that it is their duty to fix, it is just to fix the health centers, those things that are supposed to do, if you make them to know that it is their duty. Not at the end of the day, this pressure just the percent that we are calling our governor every day, we will not be here. And when you condition in a way that they have to come boy to them, to you, they have to come boy to you. At the end of the day, what are they going to do? What time is the little you give to them?
Thank you, Regina. Thank you. I have to go. Yeah. All right, join the conversation. Now, we're combining two issues. One, you've heard, the best way to recover if properties were being looted, funds were being misappropriated. And then two, what will be your testimony of the outgoing local government chairman from your own LGA? Yes, good evening.
Evening.
Welcome, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Ugu.
Yes, please.
Thank you. It's quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of condition in this country. A country where monkey go collect money, nobody will ask anything. Gorilla will collect in Nigeria treasury, nobody will ask anything. You see misbehaving all over the government, and nobody is saying anything. But for me, I really think if people are not seeing it, because everybody can see what is happening today now, that people are killing people all over Nigeria. Nobody is also doing anything. You can see how Boko Haram has slaughtered people in this country. Nobody is busy doing what they were supposed to be hearing. Government, everybody is busy packing our money. I'm not alleging. I cannot. It's not alleged. This one is proper. We are all seeing it. We are all seeing it in this country. But for me, and for my family, I just believe only one person. Only one person I've seen in this country. Only one person. Now me I see for this country. Whether judiciary allow him go, judiciary, they not allow him go. From beginning to the end, the judiciary even the worst in this country.
All right,
that they
thank you.
cannot give people free justice.
Thank you very much. It's the local government we're looking at. Let's not go to Nigeria. Good evening, welcome.
Master.
Yes, Wellington.
Anyway, I don't want to speak much. Let me thank my barrister, Oroko. Let me learn already. Barrister Oroko, he has done novel. He's a man who is in touch with the people. No, he said something that burst my mind. He said, except the judiciary will do something otherwise, none of them can stay in that office. Just imagine you make me a local government critical chairman. Even by my mention of my name, said the council chairman will tell you that he's going home. That's a fact. There are people who are on ground. I don't need to. That's my office. I'm coming to my office, so you have to go. So that's not an issue. The governor has given orders, so you just have to go, except the judiciary will state otherwise. As for performance, let me say it's just 1% thing of salary. Nothing. They do nothing. The whole place is dry. They lack the capacity to initiate good programs. No human capacity. Nothing. We are just eating like no promotion. No. Where do you want to come from? Is it in education? Is it in health? Is it in what now? What? Education, no good decks. No teachers are not promoted. A little gate man cannot be promoted. So where are you liberating them from? It's a fact. It's a well-known fact. Like one of the callers says, you don't need to give them. I must give somebody who was elected by the people in the local council to give him the kind of road he needs to do. He knows the people. So if the people cry, he knows what it has need. He has a mandate. He has a vision for the people who are contesting. So what are you telling him? He knows the road he is supposed to fix. He knows the schools that are bad. He knows what you need to do in the health care unit. So are you telling him that he doesn't know he's a leader?
All right.
He has some people, these are the mandates. So, Master, please greet my barrister very, very well. I think he's listening. I pray that the governor will also make him part of the team in that critical committee, if there's going to be one. And also, we look forward to be there so that these people who says they own River State belongs to all of us. And if you say you don't want to go, pray that those who know River State more better than you are not part of that team. You will go the following morning. By hearing their name, you leave the office. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, good evening. Yes, good to have you. Hello. Oh, we can barely hear you, sir. Please, can you speak up? Thank God Ability Atwell says, Maxwell, greetings. Does the act that established EFCC restrains EFCC from investigating the activities of local government chairmen? Just asking to know. Well, the barrister stated, not really. I think the issue is with the state government, not with the local government, because they are not funded by the state government. They are funded by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Master.
Yes, Obed, go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Let's have your testimony first from your local government.
Is it?
Let's have your own testimony from your local government.
Master, what are you saying?
Yes, I said let's have your testimony. What's your testimony about your local government chairman performance?
I think in the area when you look at inside secretary, yes. So when you look at inside secretary, what he's trying to do, you understand that actually he was doing well at the point. You understand? Then at the time he lost focus. Understand? He became vindictive and trying to pursue the people he perceived to be political opponent. You understand? So that is where he lost it. He lost everything about it. Master, you can imagine that ever since the assumption of the office of a local government chairman by the current chairman, C.D. Lloyd, I tell you that there has been no light in Emoha local government. I tell you. there has been no light in our local government. So it has remained like that. And no actions, according to what I heard, that he tried to meet with the PACN. At the end of the day, nothing never worked out. Now, there is no headway as issue has to do with light in Emoha. Then on the issue of basic education, I will continue to ask. So does it mean that local government does not have any responsibility in trying to fix basic education? Like, example, my own school, the school in my community, where the roof has gone up and all that. I try to look at it on that very area. Nothing seems to be done. So, honestly, I tell you, a lost focus. Actually, a lost focus, honestly. Then there's a story I'm hearing that the local government property is being looted. Also, it tells you that even the money, these guys are crying that the governor withhold. If this money were to be given to this local government chairman, it would have been OT-law. You understand? It means that they wouldn't have paid worker salary because they feel that they own the local government, some of them. So I can tell you that local government chairmen in River State have performed below expectations. You know?
Yes, go ahead, Obed. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Obed. Go ahead.
So they have performed below expectations, I tell you. If you look at all the local government, look at some internal road in local government. At Obiapo, here we reside. You look for roads that ordinary local government chairman can construct. If they claim, you understand, that their money are not be given to them, the one that they have been collecting, can they be able, what we have on ground, can it commensurate with the amount of money this local government has received so far? Some of them are building houses in GRA. Right now I'm in GRA. As I'm talking to you, I'm citing the house of one of the local government chairmen.
How do you know it belongs to that local government chairman?
Is it?
How do you know the house belongs to that particular person?
I tell you, we are on this media. We do investigation. I don't want to mention name because I don't want to, because of your...
Please, Obed, call back. We've not heard the final statement from you. Call back, please, on this particular matter. You need to call back. I don't know what's wrong with your network from there. I thought Jerry network should have been better. How do you know that property belongs to the person? But please call back. Your line went off. Obed? All right. Join the conversation. What's the money concerning your own LJ chairman, the outgoing one? And also, is there any form of looting going on in your own LGA? Can you go and confirm? Can you go and, just do window looking, check what's going on within the area? Feel free to join the conversation. Good evening. Welcome.
Master, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Okay. This is Usman calling from Jerry. Master, you see, we generalize the issue we are talking about here, but that's a couple of performance and corruption going on in system of looting in Nigeria. The problem me and you, we are suffering today. Why we are where we are today
Oh, what's wrong with the network, eh? Please do call back. Obed, I'm still expecting your call, okay? I'm still expecting your call. Your line went off. Oh, boy. 0810 9510 951 0817 0000 951. How would you rate your local? Someone said he's look for his own local government 1%. Yeah. Then there's nothing now. What is 1%? Was it Wellington? Wellington said 1%. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Master.
Yes, go ahead, Obed.
Thank you very much. Master, I was telling you, I said we do investigation. You understand? I have a page, I don't know if you've forgotten. Now, Master, we do investigation. I say where I am right now, I am citing an edifice that is being built by a local government chairman. You understand? So the question is, how much is that local government chairman? How much is his salary? And how are they being able to acquire a land and this very building that is building here right now? You understand? So this is the thing we're talking about. So if the report that's even coming up, Maxwell, you are not ought to argue with me because there's a land raised by head of local government that they are looting the properties of local government. So it tells you that some of them came into office not to serve, but rather to collect and collect and collect because they see that this government, they own them. They see that their grandfather owned this local government. So that's why they are feeling like that. I even heard from a particular gentleman who said he wasn't living office because he feels that River State belongs to them. You understand? So these are the things that we are talking side by side. So I tell you, with development on ground in local government, it cannot be commiserated with the amount of money these guys have collected. Some of them may have come up with scholarship to their cronies. You understand? Oh, political wash. But I tell you that local government chairman in River State has done nothing. There is nothing on ground. Forget about what you are hearing that is flying up and down. There is absolutely.
Good evening, welcome.
Master.
Yes, good to have you. Go ahead.
The man called back.
Yes, please.
Okay, let me just tell you the truth. I expected to see because I have traveled around the state up to 34 states of Nigeria, but then I came to River State to disgrace to see what I'm taking now in the past. It's a disgrace. There is this, I don't even know how to clarify it. It's shameful. I can't be in. Look at Lagos. Lagos has nothing like oil, only water and former capital. Look at Calabar. They talk of River State. They generated highest in every income of Nigeria and they earn highest. What are they doing? I'm a civil engineer. They should stop deceiving people with this overhead structure, their overhead they are building and calling it. I don't know what they're doing. They're not doing anything, not industrialization, not even human capital development, not agriculture, education. It's a shame. I'm in room with there. Where is their government? Where is their learning center? What is civic center? Let me ask you. They have been using community town hall and community center. What are the functions? What are the functions of those centers? It's meant for practical experience. Yes, good God, they misuse it. They don't even know what they're doing.
Thank you very much.
See, let me tell you something. Sorry, I see no natural reason why we are poor. Me and you, I don't see why we are not poor. Sorry to say that. But I don't see no reason why natural Nigerian man should tell me that he's suffering what we are passing up to him. It's not because of looting and corruption. If you work with ICP and EFC, all these RAF and all those agencies, if you work with them, you know what's going on in Nigeria. 30% of 100% of all our allocated budget, 30% is not executed. I have facts. I work with MacArthur Foundation, UK8 and US. They will grant you access to all these documents. See, I don't even know what it is. It's just that we have the highest population of youth. What? I don't even know what is happening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'll take this message and we'll wrap up. Good evening, Maxwell. I'm afraid nothing can be done to retrieve government properties from outgoing local government chairmen in River State and other states. The issue of looting government properties is systemic in Nigeria. Fish rots from the head. If the federal is corrupt, state is corrupt, it will surely trickle down to the local government. We are talking about these local government chairmen now because of whom they are loyal to. If they change allegiance now, we will speak in a different tongue. In a country where looters and criminals in government are not punished, you will always have this conversation. Who is going to change the system? responsibility. Okay, who's going to change the system? When thieves are changed with the responsibility of coming up with ways of catching thieves. Your guess is as good as mine. Sajo. Yeah, I agree with you. Maybe we're talking about this particular set of people because of whom they're loyal to. Some people might be talking about them because of that. However, who is going to change the system? Will Sim Fubara be very, very transparent and change the system? Politicians, almost all of them are the same. Just very few that are. And that's why, for me, people shouldn't be looking at ethnicity or political affiliations. People should call a spade a spade. That's it. Call a spade, irrespective of whose ox is God. What is good, and what is bad, irrespective of how close the person is to you. That's much we can take. On the flip side, after this break, we'll take your eyewitness report. So I'll entertain all your messages. Start sending them into 0701933996. Those things you've seen, felt, touched, that you like or you don't like within your community, your local government, please feel free to send them in. We'll be right back after the short break. Stay with us.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
No choice. If you go to pocket, I need you ever go to the belly. Security confirm, the man who don't know, the man I mess with, but go down, you can find it. The man I'm dead, and I'm not. I hope you go to make you go. I could share what you want. I'm not going to water, I'm on the till, I'm done one day, but you don't know what they're double silencer. If I no double condenser. If I need to go no kitchen and do a muscle, I can't go in Chawa to them when they saw. And I'm a supernundo. But what I'm gonna go, men on them and a bundle. Fabia is walking, Fana men a cash, the photo like every check. If you don't come for you ever go, but in my love for my no choice. If you want to talk it, I need you ever go, but in my leg. Security confirm, the man who did that, you know, the man I mess with, but over than you can find it. The man I'm dead, and I'm dead. I would be one of you, make you go. I'm not seeing no black food. I can't put your money, boy. But there's some more. What can they do? Legend you one day. On your jawas, what almost says. Oh, man, no joke. I'm full of no double silencer. If I'm not double jawas, no double condenser. If I need to go double, no big and every muscle. I can't use in Chawa to them when they saw. Big small something. I put a go. If I may go. joking. All my guys, them know me. Since 06, I've been writing this story. I know be OG, but if you ask them know me. I know they blow trees, only lonely me lonely. Music chose me, just know this and know peace. I dey low key, but I'm never lonely. Sexy ladies, come wine for me slowly. I love what I see and where you believe her. I mean, every boy I've seen her. Yeah, nobody only be over. And the love that they go far. Who's a go to the labor? That's how I'm taking in the shit. But I don't need to too bad. In the end, that's she them never see me coming. Oh, come. They want this coming. Yo, yo, yo. I never they go for it. They go for it. They go for it. They go for it. I'm never weak. I never cease. Till eternity, I'm on fire. My legacy will not die. My family is for life. But them day, would them be? Them go crazy, them go die. Them go say, them don't know. It's in this song. Low key, all of them done they know this. I'm not joking. All my guys, them know me. Since 06, I've been writing this story. I know be OG, but if you ask them know me. I love what I see and where you believe her. I mean, every boy I've seen her. Yeah, nobody only be over. And the love that they go far. Who's a go to the labor? That's how I'm living in the shit. But then I know the beauty too far. In life, when I saw she they never see me coming. Oh, coming. Oh, when it's coming. Yo, yo, yo. I never they go for it. They go for it. They go for it. They go for it. Mr. Money. They never see me coming. See me coming. Oh, when it's coming. They never they go for it. They go for it. Oh, shit, Mr. Money.
She's just so beautiful. Man, I don't know what she's doing to me.
The way you hold my waist, I like I see they go. Come down to save myself, but see outside the road. Beauty pleasures, I take part in those. Disconnect the internet, cause I'm feeling intellectual. And I can't tell you're feeling the pressure. And I can't tell you're feeling the tension. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. I can't tell your skill is precious. You can't change the whole direction. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. Roll my waist, roll my waist, roll my waist. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go. Roll my waist, roll my waist, roll my waist. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go. Make your body come, my body make I cool my tension. I'ma give me a love you like your body, they call my attention. Big waist, fine face, I no go lie for you, I don't base for you. I'ma get a dog base for you. Follow me, make we chop life for Dubai. Anything you want, girl, I go buy. You they put me for high tension. This one on my confession. We go do holiday for Mumbai. Anything you want, girl, I go buy. You they put me for high tension. This one on my confession. You got me like I am paid back. I wanna love you for life. I don't go like to say goodbye. Nowadays my disease, when the tension's way too high. You know the boss is
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Welcome to your Eyewitness Report segment on today's Connect. All right. Firstly, we must celebrate. Not full celebration, no. We talked about the Rumekini Secondary School. They had no chair. But as we speak, it was in the news. The NDDC visited and they gave them about 100 chairs. I'm still waiting for the CDC chairman to come and buy me my big stout. Because it was on this platform we did the prayers. Now the miracles have come. You will not see them again now. They will run. It's all right. And then Okania Obogoro Road, on this platform we shouted it's been awarded. If they have mobilized to site, please let me know so we can follow up. And you too, from your community, follow up. Romo Parelli. I hope I got that correct. They don't have street lights, but the Okewali Street linking Romo Parelli Road, they have solar street light by NDDC. So my question is, why is it that the Romo Parelli Road does not have? That's the one from opposite Akpo Grammar School. Why is it that it doesn't have solar street light? That place is very dark. Go there in the night, it's very dark. I was there a few days ago. It was very dark. But the Okewali area, okay, you know the distinguished Okewali, that road links the Romo Parelli Road, has street light. If your community does not have the solar street light, please, your people should reach out to Honorable Tony Okocha so you can get yours. That thing is very nice. On my street they've installed on my street all the nooks and crannies. So you too, go and do your own fighting. Good evening. Yes, good to have you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. My first eyewitness report.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Lucky Maxwell.
Yes, sir. Robin Maja, go ahead, sir.
God bless you. First eyewitness report. You know that an agency, first year, federal agency called FAN, that they are stopping motorists that go to the airport. I got there today, at the end of the gate, I was given a small ticket, the asset, and I gave them 1,000 naira to give me. They gave me 500 naira, 2 tickets. I said, why? Just because it's G. They don't have 500 naira tickets instead of 300 naira. They gave me 300 and 200 naira tickets. I refused to leave the gate. I said, why? You see, when we're talking about, I don't know whether that's the practice, but my worry is that I will fund print tickets knowingly and having known that you drive into the airport, will then not print a ticket for 500 naira? It's extortion at the airport gate. And when you pay for access, you drive in and you get to the motor park, they stop another 500 naira, 2 tickets. Why will somebody who is going to the airport either to buy tickets or traveling or to drop a friend or family member will be made to pay double? That is double taxation, and I think it's criminal. The River State government should wade into the matter, because a day will come when I will drive in there and I will leave my car on that security post. I will move. Having said so, Lucky Maxwell.
Sir?
You know Igbo.
Very well.
That's the road from Igbo Junction. Yesterday I went to see my senior friend I used to go see. Attention has not been given. I even used the opportunity to drive through the newly constructed or under construction purported ring road that traverses from Eneka through a checkpoint that comes out at Umebule. Oyibo. That express road. The work is ongoing, but I think that the governor should put his leg on the ground. Let it not be a road
that will be constructed after a week or a month. It will go back. Let the government of River State consider that junction, Ibu Junction, linking all those communities there. The road is bad. The economic activities there is there. Having said so, is Oshuboko in Ahoda East local government area, not part of River State. My community is an another company that is making oil and gas. Obele Oshuboko, Obmeze are the host community, but the adjoining communities are all suffering like us. The only water we have in my community was a construction project being put in by a councillor. And they are collecting. Tanker trailers are hauling themselves to there. So milk, is that how people should live? No hospital. The one built by Amechi is flying fellow between Okoro and Odabere. My uncle would have passed 2 weeks ago. We have to rush into order. A private hospital. What is governance for? It's for the people, and I belong to the people. My village people, my community belong to the people. Good evening, God bless you.
Thank you very much. Then you sent me a message. Yes, Chokota and Umebulu community, they are suffering. They need government intervention. Roads. Basically, you are emphatic on roads. You are emphatic on roads. Very important. The governor needs to visit Umebulu. He needs to visit Eche. 2 major areas. Eche, Umebulu, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then he needs to also visit Abua, Ahoda East, Ahoda West. He has a whole lot on his table, but he has to attend to them. They are all compulsory. Good evening. I'm so sorry. Please call back if you can. The governor has a whole lot. It looks as though, from the look of things, I don't know what the past administration was doing. Apologies to anyone who probably might feel offended, but I think we should start holding our public office holders accountable and not sing praises, including those who have started singing praises for Governor Simfubara in a particular place when is it commissioning of a road or flagging off? Is a winner, oh, winner, winner, oh. Winner, Sim, you don't win. I say, what is this one again? What they have started again. It's not necessary. Let the man do his job. Good evening, Maxwell. I was pained when I saw the dilapidated structure nature of State Primary School in Rumodogo. I weep for my community, Rumodogo. The environment is covered with bush. Please, we need good school environment in Rumodogo. We don't have healthcare center, no basic facilities. 10-kilometer Mwagizi Road is in bad condition. Please, government should help us renovate the dilapidated schools in Rumodogo because we are really lacking government presence in Rumodogo. Chinemerem Ebuchila Chitu. Yes, you have been constant about your advocacy for government to do something in Rumodogo. And that's why we are praying and hoping that local government chairmen will bounce back again. Let's start experiencing what we used to experience. I think when Odili was still the governor, at least local government chairmen had liberty to do certain things. Yes, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good to have you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is Tigana.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Good evening. How is your job, sir?
Great, sir.
Yes, I am also calling on the respect of our challenge that we have in our community. So I want to also remind you in studio that as I speak to you now, that our people have just left home yesterday because of the flood, because of the condition of the canal. The condition of the canal have gotten so much bad between Elon, Rupakolote, and Elibolo, and Romodomaya, and Rupakolote. As I speak to you now, this canal have gotten so much bad that the water cannot flow. The gravity, but because as I speak to you, for past 8 years, for last administration, there was not one boogie that was brought to clean this canal. During Amechi, for Amechi 8 years, Amechi needs to bring one boogie every year because this canal was not canalized. That is only the place that was not be canalized. In the area of Rupamate, some of the Mobili Ikoku have been canalized by the former governor of River State, Rotimi. So, as I think, the remaining places that is left now is between Elos, Kopakolose, Elibolo, Komaholo, and Rumotomaya. And for last administration of Yeshua for 8 years, nothing was done in this canal. And I think to you, I came to your office. They led some delegates from this Today FM to come and see, to search the area, to come and. So they came. They shed tears when they saw. As I speak to you now, all the water from Olu, Rumokoro, all the south area, all of them passing through this area, through our community, Elos to Itawawa, to Rumomase. And this is the major place. If we are talking about flood within the local government, this is the main place that is causing this flood. Because this is the manhole that discharge water from all these areas down to Itawawa. So even when the technical came in that they want to turn Olu River to this canal, I was the one who championed protest against them. And we came, that time the late king, the late majesty, Ezerugu Pelibu was alive.
I'm so sorry. Please call back so you can finish your thought. Yes, good evening.
Hello, Mr. Master.
Yes, Reginald, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Master. Let me look at today is Children's Day. I hope I'm correct. 27th of May.
Yes, sir.
Day. And I have looked around, just like what you used to see before. Today appears to be different. Appears that government does not have any activities for the children, to make children feel happy across schools, just like what we used to see before. And I felt very bad that government have decided not to do the need. And I decided not to listen to radio today so that I will not hear any of the governors or this and that making state promises for the children, just like what they used to do before. And that is the reason why today I begin to ask myself that what the government promised the children again today. When we go to the schools, some of them are sitting on the floor. Some of them does not have anything called structure. There is no street here, especially in a state that we have to access up to 20% what it takes to do a school for the children. When the children does not even have access to medical care, some of the essential amenities that the children have to make the people happy, not there. And this thing that we are talking about today is what these people have enjoyed during their days. From one to this public school, enjoy scholarship, enjoy free medical treatment, and they get about. And when it comes to this present generation, the same people who have enjoyed these things decided to do otherwise. It's quite bad, Mr. Maxwell. And that is why I keep on pleading with the governor. Governor Cobra, please. There is so much pressure on you when it comes to the issue of infrastructure. When it comes to the issue of development, issue of schools and everything, Please, whenever we have, if at all, we will have a local government chairman again, please, the governor, can you give them free hand to oppress so that the people can have to hold them responsible for what they say to do? Don't look at them as a boy for you. Don't use the issue of local government chairman as somebody is a political leader, and therefore let me give it to him. He is a political
All right, thank you, Reginald.
So that he will produce. At the end of the day, nothing will come out. Finally, Mr. Maxwell, go to junction 2 like I've been complaining. The level of traffic that is speeding up in that junction is something else. Government has to come in and make it roundabout, full-fledged roundabout. I know that it costs money and it will involve damaging of property, but the role of government is to solve problems. So I'm appealing to them. And I also using this opportunity once again to appeal to community leaders from various communities in the state. They should queue in and do what other people are doing. Calling on NDDC, getting the issue of this free solar system, and the other thing they are supposed to do, they should come up to the radio station and then showcase what they are doing in their various communities. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. We'll take this short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Meanwhile, keep on sending in those messages, your eyewitness reports. Send them to 0701 9339 962. Maybe if I fail to mention your place, it probably skipped my mind. Please remind me. Send me a message so I can mention your place. I've talked about Rumigbo. Okay, Nkpolu Rumigbo. Okay, I've not talked about it. Yes, their drainage system needs to be touched. So when it's raining, we don't have that, what you call it now, flood at Rumigbo Junction. Okay, I've talked about Rumigbo parallelly. Then Rumuchakara Road. The road is pretty bad. So the authorities should look into that from Rumuchakara Junction, just close to the back gate of Choba, down to Indomie Junction is gone. They don't also have solar lights. In fact, Choba, I don't even know if they have leaders. I'm sorry, but I don't know if they do have. I don't know if they have CDC chairman, as in the ones that are active. I'm not talking about people who are just sitting in one office. And then traditional rulers. I don't know, sincerely speaking. That place is not supposed to be the way it is. I schooled here, so I know what I'm saying. But let's go for this short break. We'll be right back.
You may not realize it, but do you know you can always show your love for others with simple gestures? Here are some of them. Always look for the good in people. There are two sides to every story. We have our good and bad sides. So, look for the good in people. Focus on people's potential. Everyone has potential. So, rather than put them down, help them realize it. Choose to love. If you're given an option between giving love and receiving love, choose given because that is a more practical choice. Treat everyone as equals. This means letting go of all the prejudice and partiality. See people for who they really are, not their jobs, not their apparels or bank accounts. If everyone does this, then the world will be a better place. Love yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. So, before you try to love other people, love yourself first. Forgive. We all make mistakes. So, whether it's a family or a stranger, the best way of showing love is forgiveness. Everyone deserves a second chance. Show compassion. Care for other people. Care for what they're going through. Do what you can to help. Give back to the community. Remember that a single drop of water can cause countless ripples. That donation no matter how small, can inspire others to do the same. Smile, even to strangers. Remember that you're never fully dressed without a smile. So, do not underestimate the power of a smile. Not only does it lighten up your face, it will also brighten up another person's day. Be the spark of positivity you want to see. When you smile, the whole world smiles with you. This message is brought to you by Today95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Yes, good evening, welcome.
Hello, Master, good evening.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
This is Chief Solomon.
Yes, please.
That is what is bothering me since I started hearing of statistics for someone to bring forth for God to achieve autonomy. So I want to suggest if autonomous be permit, we should permit autonomous. But anything local government chairman elected should be cancelled. Let it be by appointment of the state. You understand? Let autonomous be permit to all local governments of 36 states. But let appointment of a chairman, the head of the local government chairman, let it be appointed by the state government instead of elected chairman plus autonomous. Yes. So that for the respect of the governor, because when you permit autonomous, supposing grant autonomous, you now elect the chairman, that he will be committing himself to the governor. Governor will have the rest. Yeah. So I will suggest to permit autonomous, then see if a chairman is elected chairman, election of government chairman council as we permit autonomous. Because even because the privilege may be misused. Even right now, intimidation of a local government chairman plus autonomous, the people might be suffering because most of them they will be misusing. They will be using it to even to fight during election, to rig election. You see? So you see, the chairman we begin to, suppress the higher state. They vote for this party. In all those countries, they may use the privilege. Yes, a lot of disadvantage in having autonomous, and there is a lot of disadvantage in having elected chairman plus autonomous. The power will be so much. So they should look into this. If autonomous will be permitting, then the head of local government will be appointed by the state. But whatever thing belongs for the local government, the state have no right over it. Even if the appointee is changed, maybe by the state governor, maybe he may decide to change this one to achieve the benefit of the autonomous of the local government. He may not steal the law. The constitution will ban the autonomous, for the local government alone.
Thank you.
Even if
Thank you. We have to go now. All right. Maxwell, good evening. I'm LG Ukau from Ulaipata, Hoda East. This is my eyewitness and local government score. My local government is just to get money from state and buy houses. That's you're talking about your local government chairman. Give anything they can to only PDP members. If you are not in PDP, you are not part of the local government. My community had crisis in 2016, but our chairman can't even calm the situation and didn't even visit us from 2016 till 2022 when now River State Chief of Staff Edison came to campaign and he escorted him. If not, he wouldn't have visited my community. Until now, no road, no school, no light, no hospital, no network. Oh, wow. Maxwell, greetings. It's quite disheartening that these two potholes along this Rumala Road have not been fixed up until this moment. Maxwell, it rained yesterday, and it's not funny at all. Sea hold up everywhere on both sides of the road, causing nuisance to motorists. What is actually happening that relevant authorities concerned couldn't get these two potholes fixed? It surprised me, and I must express how bad I feel. Eberichuku, I'm so sorry. You see, Rivers people have rated these public office holders high and have always praised them, massaged their ego, and allowed them to do anyhow. That's where we are now. Don't be shocked that that pothole will be there till God knows when. People are not supposed to be begging or calling public office holders to fix these small things here and there. They are supposed to be going around looking for problem to fix. But no, they are busy causing problems. So rather than solving problems, politicians cause problems, and you support them. That's the problem. 0810-9510-951. Look at all the things we've been talking about. Now I've remembered. Rumekini, internal roads. Yes, NDDC has given them, given the secondary school about 100 desks, but that's not enough. Their internal roads, all of them are bad. All the internal roads in Rumekini are bad. They need to be fixed as soon as possible. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good to have you.
Maxwell.
Go ahead, sir.
Dr. Roland from Rumaho.
Yes, please.
Okay, from Rumaho. I've talked with you all about the accommodation River State Rumaho gave River State concerning the basic studies. That accommodation was surveyed, handed over to the Minister of Education. Then, because that happened during Okilo regime. Up till now, nothing is done. And this position was hijacked by politicians. In fact, if you go there, the place is still lying fallow. The 2 blocks erected by then Minister of Education were vandalized up till now. So, what happens if they should come to have it now? Even if they don't want to dissolve this School of Basic Study, this Lechiamade Polytechnics. If they don't want to dissolve it, they should go now and have a second Polytechnics there. Second Lechiamade. If they don't want to call it Lechiamade, they can call it another name. Romaho particularly. So that place is still lying fallow. Another thing is River State government is owing a lot of people what they call balanced payment. Because when they paid us our money that money was not enough for what we were supposed to receive. So later, they switched it over to what they call balance payment. That balance payment is not looked upon. Okay, now, the money is not paid. I begin to wonder, I begin to doubt. I know Fubara is trying. But let others, like commissioners, help to as well, try as much as possible. There is nothing much I can say than Fubara should give us our balanced payment and they put us in the correct payment schedule. Put us in the correct payment schedule. It's not today. Since 2011, 2012. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, Doc. Thank you so much. Maxwell, greetings. As the governor is commissioning and flagging up roads across the 23 local government areas, we, the good people of Igboeche, we're calling on him to come to our aid on the Igboeche Rumokurushi Road. Our women no longer go to oil mill market to sell their products due to the deplorable nature of the road. The former governor abandoned the road and was busy constructing roads in Obiakpo, leaving Igboeche with no road throughout his 8 years in office. Thank God, Ability Atwebu. Thank you. So Igboeche needs government presence. Umebulu 1, 2, 3, 4 needs government presence. This Igboeche issue has been ringing over and over and over and over again. I think the governor needs to visit there. The governor needs to visit Igboeche. He needs to visit Umebulu 1, 2, 3, and 4. Flag off some projects, and of course, when projects are flagged off, a short specific time should be given for those projects to be completed, and specific instructions should be given to the contractors not to suffer the people. You don't close drainages and then because you are fixing road. No, it doesn't make sense. Ahoda East, Ahoda West needs government presence. Moha also needs government presence. You can now see and you ask, what was the former administration doing? Well, I will stop there. I will not talk. Good evening, presenter. Singto from Port Harcourt says, Kana LGA is in darkness, but Boa community, fine past every community in River State. Even if we do not have health care facility, no electricity, only to the express road that there is light. We need it inside the street, then you will see a beautiful place. All right. Let me take this one. Good evening. Welcome.
Maxwell.
Wellington, good to have you.
Let me join my voice and please those who are making a road. I think it's that time NDB will come and help. But I see NDB is not a reliable agency when it comes to Niger Delta issue. They are not reliable.
But that's why we are calling on them to do the needful now. You can't just say, oh, they are not reliable. Is money not coming in? The money that's coming in, is it not reliable money?
One an agency is not reliable, not the agency. The people handling it, they are not reliable.
And sometimes you have to force their hands to do the needful.
They have to, but they're not doing it. So I'm appealing that the governor should come. I think that place is a business area when it comes to radio business. It should come, just like Yahya said. I've said it and I will say it. The governor is the governor of the people of Obaidema and on the strike. People of anybody that cries responsible. I must commend the governor. He's a nice man.
All right, thank you.
Man, people must please respond to it. People, these FM are calling on him, sir, the governor of the people, please, so that that road will be motorable for you people. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much. The NDDC needs to take the bold step. Go to Eche, go to Umebulu 1, 2, 3, and 4. Igboeche. There are roads that the NDDC can construct. That's why it's called Niger Delta Development Commission. Niger Delta Development, developing Niger Delta. Maxwell, greetings to you. My eyewitness report is about Rumuokuta internal roads that were used during the flyover construction as alternative roads. Maxwell, do you know that all those roads were not given a facelift till the former governor left office? But you people were singing praise and worship. May I have to be frank? People were singing praise and worship. I was insulted. People, send me DMs that, oh, you are antagonizing government. Oh, you don't like the man. That's why you're talking. Now, everybody is talking, Abi. It's all right. Me, I will now keep quiet. Because if you're building flyover and you know that just like now the ring road is being built, there are roads that are going bad though, right now as we speak, because they are used as alternative routes. Maxwell, as we speak now, all the internal roads are very bad. Example, Cherubin Rumuokuta Market Road is bad. I know that road. Okilton Drive to Police Post over flooding. I know that road. Okania Wobo Street is bad. AK Estate linking Rumigbo is bad. Woburama Street linking Rumuokuta Market is bad. Maxwell, I don't know the one to mention and the one not to mention. But my consolation today is that we have a God-sent governor whose interest is purely governance and not politics, as the case where. Governor Fubara, thank you for flagging off the construction of Okanea Road, linking Obogoro on the 24th of May, 2024. I was there live. Aboyo Kingsley. Aboyo, you did not thank us for leading the campaign for the governor to flag up that Okanea Obogoro. You did not thank us, Abi? Okay. Anyway. But that's much you can take on today's edition of Eyewitness Report. We'll continue tomorrow, all right? We'll keep on talking, keep on shouting until beauty comes to your area. Good evening.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
In exactly 11 days from today, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will let you and I know if they are ready to be part of the big party in the Americas. And I'm talking about the FIFA World Cup, standing in front of us at the Bafana of South Africa. Yes, no easy meets for us each time we play them. But this time, can Finidi George put the chestnut out of the fire? We'll get to find out. Thank you for joining us. It's Global Sports Update. It's a bright Monday. Thank you for being part of the show all through the years with us. Yes, we're going to be taking a look at the team list released by Finidi George last week. And for some Nigerians, how many home-based players were they expected to be on that list? That's what we're taking a look at on this edition of the show when we come back from this break. Welcome back. Yes, it's about Nigerians talking about the team list released last week. Expectations were very high. Yes, we have someone who understands the business of taking a look at the home base. The same way he was discovered many years ago when he went straight to the Super Eagles and, of course, to Ajax of Amsterdam. Finidi George, the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Are you excited by the prospect of having more home-based players in the Super Eagles of Nigeria, starting with two that the man has put on that list?
Exciting, really. The team list released by Finidi George, his first real assignment in a couple of days. But the key talking point, or one of the key talking points, have got to be two Nigerian Premier Football League players in that team, Ismail Sadiq and Ojo Olorunleke, who may have been with the team for some time now. He's been within the Eagles setup for some time now. So the decision to bring in Sadiq Ismail, for me, I think has to be that key decision. Two home-based players, exciting. I don't expect to see 5, 6, on the bounce. I think it's going to be a gradual process. Finidi George clearly stated in most of his media rounds that surely MPFL players will get a nod in. As we speak, Sadiq Ismail is long overdue for this call-up. Imperious numbers is delivered from right wing back for over 2 seasons now. He's being imperious. I'm not sure there are many players at the national team level that crosses the ball better than he does. So yeah, I think it's an important call-up, and the big question is, are we going to see him play? That's something really. It's one thing to have the call-ups, it's another to really see what these guys can offer at the big stage. So I'm excited with the team. No hassles really. Hopefully going forward the number will gradually increase once the league resumes, and we'll see more players who are firing. I think there'll be opportunities. With Finidi George, I think Nigerians have nothing to fret about. We'll see a national team with the right blend of foreign and home-based players. So yeah, for me, decent team. Let's see what they do in the coming days.
Wow, I am super excited. When last have you seen a Nigerian coach invite an home-based outfield player to the Super Eagles? It has been a very, very, very long time. In fact, I cannot even count the year because it has been very long for the new Super Eagles coach, Finidi George, to have invited Ismail of Remo Star, to be part of his team. I am super excited. Yes, Ojuolon Leke has been with the team before. He actually made it to the AFCON, but he didn't get to play. But, inviting an outfit player, and he not only just an outfield player, but a super player in Ismail Sadiq. We have always clamored, to see the Nigerian Daniel Alves in the Nigerian setup. Now he's there. We can only, get better. It can only get better. We can only improve upon this. I am excited, and I hope that Coach Finidi George will improve on this, and next time he will invite more of them, and even give Sadiq an opportunity to play in one of the games against South Africa or Benin Republic.
Yeah, finally the list has been released, and it's good to see the players invited. It will be Finidi George's first competitive game with the Super Eagles, and we all look forward to the game against South Africa and the other game against Benin Republic. Yeah, just 2 NPFL players in the team, but I think it's early days. It's one step at a time. Olorunleke Ojo has been a member of the team, even though he's yet to get his time to play. Sadiq Ismail merits to be in that list after leading the assist charts in the Nigeria Premier Football League with 12. But I feel that at a point where the NPFL has been on break for almost a month due to Rivers United playing on the continent and having the outstanding games to prosecute, that should be the settlement for me, because these players have not been in competitive action, even though teams have been training and playing in the Federation Cup over the past few weeks. But I feel that Finidi George is one from the NPFL. He's NPFL made, and bringing Sadiq Ismail in is a pointer to the fact that he will give more opportunities to home-based players. So I think we shouldn't begin to agitate for more players. He's definitely going to do that with time, and we can only but wish the Super Eagles the best as they play in this World Cup qualifiers. Tough games that they need to win to stay on course to qualify for the next World Cup.
Well, concerning the team list dropped by Coach Finidi George and having 2 home-based players, it's just a sign that this man believes in home-based players, and it's just a right direction, right peg in the right hole. We can't expect all the NPFL players to be in the team. Neither can we expect, having some of the positions that we already have some players who are in the same team that finished second at the Africa Cup of Nations. So mention that home-based players the home-based player that can, take off the strikers that we have, or even talk of the midfielders we have at the moment. So it is also an opportunity to also say that some home-based players will surely have opportunities under
coach Finidi George. Remember, he managed Enyimba International. And so now at the moment, the ball is now in the court of the players in the NPFL to make sure that they're giving their best. Finidi George is ready to give them opportunity, just like what Coach Stephen Keshi did and paid off at the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations in South Africa. So this is a right step in the right direction for Finidi George, and for the players now use this as an opportunity to also see if they can fight for shirt. Remember, Moses Simon is injured. Samuel Chukwueze has got a knock. Who knows? Victor Moses. Victor Osimhen. These players may get injured at a time when we need them the most. The home-based players will have to step in. So this is an opportunity and a wake-up call for other NPFL players to step up.
Yeah, I think that Coach Finidi George has got off on the right footing to life as the head coach of the Super Eagles. It's good to see just two home-based players in a selection. Before now, under the outgone coach, we used to have just the goalkeeper Ojo Oloruleki as the only home-based player, but Ishmael Sadiq has been in superlative form for Remo Stars, the top assist provider in the NPFL, despite playing as a right fullback. I think it's going to be a quality addition to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's good to give him a chance, even if he doesn't get to play. But it's good to be in the mix. It's going to help the NPFL a great deal. And I'm also surprised not to see Olaoluwa Aina, who plays for Nottingham Forest. I think he had a splendiferous season in the EPL. And also there's no room for Trusekong, who is having his novelty match at Gospel Pardew Stadium a week before the World Cup qualifiers against South Africa. But in the whole, I think it's a fine squad. Nigerians should rally round the Super Eagles and ensure that we get victory against South Africa. It's match day 3. First 2 matches resulted in draws. We have just 2 points. It's not a good way to start for the Super Eagles. I think we all want to see them play at the FIFA World Cup. So the game against South Africa is a must win for the Super Eagles. And after that, in a matter of days, they'll be away to Benin Republic. The match itself will be played in the Ivory Coast. I think in terms of the Super Eagles squad, I think it's a good squad. Benjamin Taminu, who now plays in Tanzania, would have been the third home base if the invitation had been issued much earlier while he was playing for Bendel Insurance. I think it's a good squad. In the midfield, we've seen some experienced players, and in the defense as well, we have good strikers now. Boniface, who played the unbeaten season in the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen, is in the squad, alongside other experienced strikers. So it's a good squad if you ask me.
Super Eagles coach Finidi George is not putting his 2 feet in the waters in terms of inviting players from the Nigerian Professional Football League. A lot of people have argued that since he has been a coach for 2 straight seasons in the league, they expect him to have more players. But what we have seen is Finidi George testing the river with just 1 foot by inviting 2 players against what we've become accustomed to, getting 1 single slot for the goalkeeping position. Usually the touchless goalkeeper of the team gets the invite into the Super Eagles squad and they don't play. But in this instance, he has made a very good choice that a lot of decent league followers will tell you is one of the best players in the league. Arguably in his position, one of the best. He's topping the assist chart even as a defender with 12 assists so far for Remo Stars. Talking about Sadiq Ismail. So it's a good choice for him, and we hope that his case will be different from others that went before him. Apart from the goalkeeping slot, we do see Super Eagles coaches, after a lot of pressure, invite a few players. We've seen Adeleke, we've seen other players from the NPFL making the squad as big part players or just training materials and never getting to match the squad on most occasions. So it's left to see what Finidi George will do with this other one more option in an all-important game, talking about the games against South Africa and Benin. If he will get a playing opportunity, knowing that the number 1 right-back choice, Ola Aina, is injured, slightly injured. Word is that he managed to play through the pain for his club in England. So Sadiq has only Bright Osai to compete with that position, and he has got a lot going for him.
it could have been more. Arguably, look at the midfield, some of the top midfielders in the league. A lot of people expected more. Daga, Ikena Cooper, both at Heyimba, Jilo Fazokun, Remo Stars, and some other interesting players could have had a bite, especially between the midfield and defense, because we are stuck in attack. So it will be hard to expect any attacker from the Nigerian Professional Football League to be part of the squad.
Yes, most sincerely, I believe where these two came from, many more will be joining in the days to come. Remember, we're leaving straight for Cote d'Ivoire, where we'll be taking on the team from Benin Republic, led by our former coach, General Finidi George, the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He says he wants to keep winning and winning and winning, and he will get a contract extension and plenty money. The journey begins on the 7th of June, 2024 in Uyo. Yes, the Bafana coming to town. My name is Godwin Enakna. Thank you for being part of Global Sports Update with just truly Godwin Enakna. God bless Nigeria.
For a journey beyond the ordinary, not just a station. We are the station. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
I tell you, that man a ritualist. You don't ever see as that man dressed like.
Now, so those people will come from that place. Now, so they behave.
You see this one?
Oh, you. But me, I know say, you know, people where they come from that area. Now, so all of them they be all the hate in the way we talk. Hate speech does no one any good. It only makes a bad situation worse. The aim is to stir more hate and anger rather than bring us together. All they want is to set you against your neighbor or even your brother. Will you let them? Hate speech is not just criminal, it is intended to destroy you. Shun hate speech. No one truly benefits. A message from Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest high life tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. only on Today 95.1 FM.
I'm
It's a beautiful Monday evening, and while Mondays might be the most serious of days, I don't know, I think we're just going to, slowly but surely ease into the rest of the week. And then if you have a good Monday, then there's a guarantee that the rest of the week, the rest of the days, would also be good. But then that's just me saying. So a lot of things happened over the weekend, and it's a whole lot. Anyway, this is The Thrill right here on your premium news sports and talk radio, and the song you're listening to is called Ndiwe Obodo. Now, you might want to get you an Igbo friend to translate. Okay, but because it's a high life song, so yes, amazing things only, amazing content only. So I'm here with Fidelia tonight. How are you, young lady?
Hi, good evening. I'm very well.
Yeah, very well. I thought you said you were tired like a few minutes ago.
Do you want me to say that only?
Well,
it's a personal tiredness.
Oh,
yes.
We can actually, do this thing where we sympathize with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That does not necessarily mean we care about you so much, but then... Okay, so Monday 27th, Children's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you go to for Children's Day?
Nowhere, but at least I got...
Tell me you got a Children's Day alert, and I'm sending you my account details.
Not a lot, oh. It was just like, Happy Children's Day here. Take.
Really?
Here in the studio.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So that's beautiful. Did you take any child out today? The thing is, when I get asked, such questions now, and I'm like, okay, when did I stop becoming a child, please?
At 18.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. But then I think that's just like a constitutional thing. Honestly, because it just simply means, okay, you are becoming an adult, you are just at that point where people get to understand that, okay, you at this age, you are allowed to make certain decisions, and then if you make these decisions, it simply means that it's coming from a place of knowledge because, you've gotten there from age 18 and above. But it doesn't take away the fact that you're still somebody's child now, so children stay forever. Every other May 27th, Children's Day forever. I had fun yesterday. It was at the end of the day, a tiring situation for me because I had to rush back to the studio to do the Sunday evening belt. But I had fun, having watching children display all the things that they displayed, children being, I don't know, but I just know that I loved the ambience. I loved everything that happened yesterday at the VGC Children's Party. Yeah, so yours truly was a judge, one of the judges for the pageantry, and you need to see these children do a lot of things. I could see myself in one of the contestants, and I'm like, oh, okay. Plus, the kind of things that she wore and all of that. I'm like, okay, so trust some mothers to be extra.
Always.
And I'm like, okay, and that is me. Okay, something I can do. I could relate with, how far she went with, the kind of things that she wore her girls, because she had two of her girls in the pageantry. So it was beautiful to watch. All of that was, amazing. Plus, we had some of our winners from Kiddies Playground, get to attend this event. So it was beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, so we'll move to today's conversation slowly but surely. Before we dive in properly, let's talk about children's, because it's Children's Day, so let's have the conversation about children and stuff, because children have been in the news lately, not for the right reasons, not entirely for the right reasons. That is unfortunate, but then it's there. So this thing where when a child is born and then a year later during the child's birthday, you get to see posts from the parents, especially the mothers. It is the mothers who do the most when it comes to posting. And then the caption for me, you see things like, "Oh, happy birthday to my womb escape, my womb opener, to the first fruit of my loins." You know, thank you so much for choosing me to be your mama. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for gracing my home with your presence. Thank you for gracing my womb. Thank you for making me a mother. Thank you. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Now I'm wondering, when I say this post, I'm like, okay, so yes, you love your child and you love the fact that you became a parent. Yes. But are you supposed to be thanking God, or are you supposed to be thanking the child? Did the child choose to come to you, or did God decide to bless you?
Are they even aware of the thanks that you are showering?
I don't understand. Now, these children are the same people that you come to social media tomorrow to tell us how things are expensive, how baby milk is expensive, how baby formula is expensive, and then you have to buy 10 cartons, and the child is eating so much. But you're still telling us, thank you to this child for gracing your womb, for opening your womb, and for doing this. And I don't know, but I see these things and I really laugh, because I'm okay. So I'm like, it's cool for you to, love your child so much, and then you want to be expressive with your love. There's no harm in that. But what is womb opener?
Joys of motherhood. When you get there, I guess you would understand better.
And you seriously think I'll say womb opener?
You say something else now. Say something else.
Something creative. More creative.
Okay.
Something out of the womb opener thing. I think I'm going to be more grateful to God for making me a mother and not the child, because it's not like children are somewhere. Did you see the anime Boss Baby?
Yes.
That anime, why I liked it here, I didn't like the storyline because I felt like you are teaching children that babies come from a factory somewhere, which is not the natural way. So while I'm going to be, grateful that I do have a child, I think my thanks will be directed to God and not the child, because the child is not in a baby factory. This is not Boss Baby. This is real life. The child did not come from a baby factory. The child did not decide to come through me. I want that mommy. God did his thing, Plus, it's a combination of I am my husband. So how am I supposed to thank you for coming?
And we did all the hard work.
So speaking of children, children have been in the news lately, and I said it is because a lot of celebrities have done this thing where every small time there is a DNA test, there's a paternity fraud, there's always a conversation about children and the real fathers, the real owners of the children. Now this is disturbing. It's rather disturbing because it now feels like nobody knows who they are married to anymore. So every time a couple has issues and divorce is staring them in the face, boom, paternity saga. Boom, I want to run a DNA test. Or the man goes ahead to run the DNA test, and then there's this child is not my child, or this is happening. I'm like, why has this slowly become a narrative in the society today? And it's not just happening with our celebrities. The conventional people are doing this whole DNA test things, and sometimes I get to have conversations with some people where they tell you, okay, so I can literally hear young guys these days talk about it, and then they go, also, if I get married tomorrow, every time my wife has a child, I'll run a paternity test immediately. That's what they're saying now. And I don't know how they intend to achieve that, because I hear that these things are not even they're not cheap.
They're expensive.
So how are you thinking about a DNA test when you most likely will be overjoyed with the news of a baby in your home? So that's the conversation we're going to be having tonight, paternity saga. Now, what is it with male celebrities always accusing their wives of infidelity and conducting DNA tests in the event of a divorce? So Harry Songs, he has been in the news for the longest. And it's following his messy divorce proceedings with his estranged wife, Alexa Perez. He alleged that she cheated on him, and so their children might not actually be his. My songs is there. Now, footballer Kayode Olarewaju has also allegedly carried out a DNA test on his 3 sons. One of them has my other brother's name, by the way, and it just hurts me to see that these boys are in the news for the wrong reason. Now, he allegedly carried out a DNA test on his 3 sons to prove they're not his. So, that's why I'm asking the question. What is it with this whole paternity saga? Looking at Harry's sons, do you think is it that it has become, a norm? Every other time a couple has issues and then they're going through a divorce, boom, the DNA thing rises. There's the whole, okay, let me even go and check if these children are mine. Because I'm trying to understand this. How are you married to a person for this long and you don't trust them? You don't know what they're capable of doing. What did you do during your dating period and then your courtship period? So do you think this is slowly but surely becoming a norm in our society today?
Yes, it is, obviously. And it's as a result of social media influence. Of course, this is how these celebrities influence people. Celebrities started this with the whole DNA testing.
Every other time, yeah?
So now what we get to see on social media most of the time, we accept unconsciously. So we have accepted it and it's growing on us.
Well, when I have men say they would literally have a DNA test done on a child
immediately after
the child is born. I'm like, where's all of that coming from? It means that women are going to have more to explain. So are they trying to portray this thing where, okay, you can't trust women? Because the narrative that goes along with that is women are not to be trusted.
Exactly. That's the narrative that is being pushed right now. But then why exactly are you settling down with a person you do not trust?
In the first place, how do you even do these things?
I don't even know what marriage itself is even becoming.
It's like we're getting it wrong, all over again.
From the very start, we're getting it wrong.
I think I was having a conversation one time where a celebrity talked about how, sometimes it's sad to see that celebrities are painting the wrong narrative where marriage is concerned. Before now, we didn't have so much, fuss. There was no opera around, the DNA saga. We didn't have all of that until celebrities started making it a thing.
Exactly.
Where every other time they're having a divorce, there's one couple is saying, oh, they know they do again. The next thing we're hearing is, okay, so it turns out that this person is not the biological father of, the children. I think you said from this podcaster and actor, Nedu, when he started, I think his case was, when he had his issues with his ex-wife, and then it turned out that he wasn't the biological father of the children, and then his ex-wife even made things worse because she legit came out to say, she did not, she never told him he was the father of the children. And when I saw her post, in response to his outburst online and all of those things, I'm like, I felt so ashamed. Because I'm a woman and I'm like, that's my gender.
Second-hand embarrassment.
Do you understand? That's my gender right there. I'm like, how do you tell a man that he should not think that the children you have in a marriage with him are not his?
You never told him that. So why did you assume?
Do you understand?
How dare you assume that they are yours?
That the children are yours? I found that I think I got to that point where I started laughing legit because it sounded funny to me, but honestly my first move was embarrassment. I honestly felt embarrassed because I'm like, how is my gender thinking like this? So you now see that men have they now get because after that whole saga, what you literally hear from the men, young men, and of course the Gen Zs and the millennials are like, you get to hear things like, okay, so women are not to be trusted. So every other time you have a child, I'm talking about having children in marriage, not even some couples have children out of wedlock. So there's the baby mama thing, baby daddy thing. So children in marriages, I'm like, how are you married to a person and you legit think that the children from that union are most likely not going to be yours, so you should have that narrative. And then you can't even blame them for thinking in that direction because we're now seeing things happen following that path.
We get to hear stories every other time. This happened. Now look at Kayode Olarinwaju. And then, all of that messy proceedings following his divorce. I'm like, can't you guys just get a divorce peacefully? So you don't want the marriage anymore. How are you not trying to have a peaceful divorce and then come to an agreement where you can co-parent peacefully? Because at the end of the day, it's really not about you, the adults. It's about the child
children, yes.
and the children. It's not about
they
you.
suffer the most.
They do. So when you now begin to think about it, and then you're looking at these children growing up, they're going to have a distorted view of marriage and of family in the long run. It's sad, really. But I'm like, there's something you can do. If a couple, in the event of a divorce, agree to co-parent peacefully, the children know they have daddy and they have mommy, and then hopefully that concept of family will remain. But in a situation where there's fights, mommy is saying daddy should retract the statement, daddy is fighting online, that there's a whole social media buzz. 10 years from now, these children will grow, and the internet never forgets.
Never.
There's this thing that one of the he says he's not a blogger. I don't know what to refer to his pages now, but then there's this thing that one of the social media influencers does, where he goes back 20 years ago. He puts up a song from 20 years ago, puts up a song from 30 years ago. Sometimes he just goes out and then I'm seeing the year. He's like, how old are you in 1995? How old are you in 1990? That's when this song was released. How old are you in 2002 when this person said this and then it went, I'm like, okay, so that time that we didn't have, the internet, a lot of people didn't have access to, good phones and all of that. So we didn't have access to these things, this type of information. But then these things have made their way to the internet. You can now imagine these ones that are happening now on the internet. These children will grow to see these things on the internet. How will that make them feel? What kind of adults will they become in the long run?
Dysfunctional adults, I can tell you.
Unfortunately, we have a lot of dysfunctional adults
already.
And just imagine adding to that number. It is really, really a sad situation right there. So, guys, we're talking about the paternity saga, okay? Going on, what do you think? Has this become a norm in our society where every other time a couple is getting divorced, especially with our celebrities now, they are doing this thing where they drag or they bring their dirty linen to the public, right? And then they're trying to, they're not even trying to wash it, because it's different if you're it's different if you're trying to wash it and then they're bringing it to the public.
They're just sampling.
They're
just sampling.
See, you guys,
take a look.
And it's rather unfortunate, really. So now, would you suggest that DNA tests be carried out on children when they are born? This has, sparked controversy. With a lot of people saying that, a lot of guys saying that they would legit have DNA tests run on their children when they are born. Now, so Fidelia, if your husband says, or maybe he doesn't tell you because it's looking like I don't even think it's something they want to mention to their wives. But if you are in a relationship with a guy and then maybe indirectly, or maybe he gets to say it to somebody else and then you hear, and then he says he's going to have DNA tests done on his children when they come.
You're breeding feud already
before
anything even happens.
So
it's almost the same thing like finding out that your husband has a wife outside. Yes, because why in God's name are you running a DNA test? What? It says a lot about me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it says a lot about me and what you perceive me to be. It's defamation. I'll sue you.
Okay, so is that like a red flag for you? If a man says he's going to have DNA tests,
it's definitely a red flag. That means you have trust issues.
What if the trust issues that he has stem from, the controversies going on right now? The things that we get to see. Every other time we're waking up to one story on the internet.
Every
man discovers child or children are not his after 12 years.
Every issue, every trauma, everything there's an origin. It stems from something. You make the decision if you would allow it to bother you or not, and if you want to be separated from all that drama. So if it's a concern for you while you're looking for a partner, you should find one that you trust enough.
Right.
Not you have made up your mind already that you do DNA tests, and then so you can just find anybody, and then
so it doesn't matter who you end up with.
Yeah. So just do the DNA test, and you know it will now. You will now be looking forward to the DNA test result being positive. That's as in showing the results that the children are not yours.
Yeah.
You would look forward to it, and so when you see it, you be like, hey, I see these women, they cannot be trusted.
So that's something that you think can happen in the event of, and I think I had this conversation with some people. I've had this conversation with some people. Men and women are like, and I asked the women, I said, if your husband tells you that he wants to have a DNA test on your children, what is going to be your response? While some of them said they are going to let him do the DNA test because they are sure that the children belong to him. But then after the DNA test, they're like, so going forward, one lady told me that going forward, she knows her marriage will no longer be the same. She said she's going to look at this man from, this, just because things are happening in the world doesn't mean that it's going to be, an everybody's story type of thing. It's not going to be everybody's story. So how do you not trust that, you might, and then I think somebody did ask, when I had this conversation with a group of people, men and women. So a man asked at that point, he's like, so these men who now have these DNA issues, the stories we get to see online, they're like, so they trusted their wives too. So it was because of that trust that they did not do the DNA test earlier.
So now people should just go about doing DNA tests. Well, it's a good thing for the hospitals, the clinics, that
more money.
Yeah.
and it doesn't even come cheap. So
yeah, well, I'm not certain of the figures though. But we heard that it's expensive.
Yeah.
It might be expensive to certain persons and might not be expensive to others. Because the way they go about doing this DNA test, it seems like it's 500 naira.
Maybe it has gotten to that point where, okay, let's reduce the amount of money. Let's reduce the price because
and then run promos.
It now feels like and do one get two free.
Because people go out,
it's like the hospitals are now
3
saying,
children,
we need to help you guys. We want to help you, so come. Bring one child. We'll do the remaining 2 for you free.
First child full price, second child 50% discount, third child 30% discount.
I'm like, so it now depends. If the children are not yours, we understand your pain. If all 3 or 4 are not yours, we understand your pain. You won't pay for it.
Woo!
Free of charge.
Woo!
Or if out of 3, 1 is yours, you just pay for that one. The other 2, you'll be hurting. We know you'll be going through a lot, sir. Because I don't understand why there's, every other time a man is doing a DNA test, and then, but I think that it should not even just end there. Women even need to go ahead and do these things. And then one time, it now came up as a question because it's now looking like every other time women are painted as, not to be trusted. So it is women who like to give men children who are not actually theirs.
Yes.
And then so there's narrative of women are dangerous and all of those things. But I'm like, does it even end there? Should it end there? Men have been known to have side chicks and children out of wedlock, children out of marriage, their homes every other time. How come we don't even get, that's opera? It's the energy. We're not on the same level. The energy is not even on the same level. But then now that there's a whole DNA saga going on, everybody's shouting.
I heard the other day that the society is an orphan.
What does that even mean?
The society does not have a mother or a father, and the society was not brought up right. Now, it is a societal norm that men are polygamous in nature. So we should accept
that we are polygamous in nature.
Yes.
And then women are what now? Monogamous?
In nature, yeah.
They lied to them. All right, let's open the phone line. 0817-0000-951. 0817-0000-951. 0810-951-0951. 0810-951-0951. Let's talk, okay? Would you suggest that DNA tests be carried out on children when they are born? Since, considering the whole DNA thing going on, would you suggest that, okay, let everybody just be doing DNA tests? Once you have a child, please do DNA tests. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Chris. I'm calling from Port Harcourt. I greet everybody.
All right, welcome.
Yeah. This move now, to me, it's a welcome development. Yeah. Let me tell you one thing. I like transparency. It's good that you tell me, see, my honey or my husband, whatever thing you choose to call me, let's do this thing this way. Then you go on your own. How will you feel first that another person will be? I don't really know. It's not even something that people. I am telling you, I sound public. I know what I'm seeing. If I tell you what I see on daily basis about married women or married men, my sister, to marry will not hungry again. If I tell you what I see, if I should upload some of the things that I see, you hear one woman, you just see her with your back. Where are you running to? Because of, I am telling you, if it's possible, let them do DNA test so that the people, this kind of a thing happens one certain time. Would you believe that they call the husband to come and donate blood for the child, getting there in the presence of the whole family? The blood of the child and the blood of the little kid, the husband could not match with the child. So how will you feel? How are you going to explain in the presence of your family members and your in-laws? What a big shame. Even the doctor don't even know. How come that's everybody on that very day in that hospital? We feel ashamed. We are ashamed to live from that hospital. Today, I am telling you, anytime I see that person, anytime I see that boy, something just rings in my mind. Over 10 years now, but anytime I see that boy, something, one spirit is telling me, do not that.
All right, so for you, it's a welcome development.
To me, they should not go there. If they go there, you see a neighbor self will be running.
Hey.
But now we are running.
All right, thank you. All right, so he says it's a welcome development for him. How about you? Is it a welcome development for you? Do you think that DNA tests should be carried out on children when they are born? 0701-9339-962. Now that number is for text messages and WhatsApp messages. Let's hear your thoughts. Okay, you can send in your text messages. Do you think that DNA tests should be carried out on children when they are born? Let us know. Okay, the post is also open on social media, so please go right ahead and drop your messages. Hello? Turn down the volume of your radio, please, okay?
Yes, this is Mr. Julius calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, welcome.
Okay, this DNA is something, it's a welcome development for me. Actually, I also serve the public as an e-lane driver. And in this job, we hear and see a lot of things. But for couples who are about to marry, please, they should discuss before the marriage that we are going to conduct DNA. With that, it will caution whoever partner, maybe the wife,
to be careful. Because so many things are happening, my sister. So many things are happening. So before they get married, the man should tell the wife that we are going to conduct DNA so that it will guide her decision.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Okay. He says the couple should discuss. The man should tell the wife. That is before they even get married, that they're going to have DNA tests carried out on the children.
To guide her decisions.
Yes, to guide her decisions. So she will decide whether or not she wants to marry a man who has plans to do DNA tests.
Are you sure that's what he meant?
That should be what he meant, because, she has to choose. Hello. Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you, Landaman calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, welcome to Port Harcourt.
Thank you. Yes, my dear sisters. As a matter of fact, when this is done, a lot of families will be in trouble. Yes, if DNA test should be carried on every child done, my dear sister, I want to tell you that 70% of the newborn baby will not match with the.
Where's your statistics coming from, please?
Friend?
Where is your stats coming from? How do you know? Where did this? Did you do a research?
Is this fact or an assumption?
Because of the level of immorality in the society today. Yes, don't you know that even some newly couples, some newly wedded couples, after everything, you see a lady going back to the former boyfriend,
After
wedding, you see.
Sorry, going back to where? To the former boyfriend after getting married.
I think they should not do that, because if they do that, there will be problems in the family.
Okay, thank you. He said they should not do that, because if they do that, there will be problem in the family. Okay. A lot of families. Okay, so the thing where they said women like to go back to the men who they actually loved, but then couldn't marry because they were not ready financially and all of those things. I'm like, when such things come to my table, I'm like, why you go marry person, babe? Help the boyfriend now. Set him up and let them get married. Why do you want to snap?
There's this saying, na man do man.
Do man, you get. Hello. Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Oh, your line is breaking. Please try calling again. Hello.
Hello, Pastor.
This is Amaka and Fidelia. Good evening.
Amaka and Fidelia, sorry. This is Patrick.
All right, welcome.
Let me review this secret. When I was doing Okada business in this town, I see a lot. When I was doing transport business in this town, if I tell you where I take some women, married women too, some of them.
So you were not minding your business, so.
Some of them, you hear, I'm going to the market. I will buy a lot of stuff on top of bike and going to a hotel.
So what about the married men? Where did you take married men to?
No, that's what I'm telling you now. Married men and married women. So they should forget about DNA.
Okay.
You see your neighbor. Even if mama can see where. Let me run before my.
Okay. All right, so they should not do it. Okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Name and location, please.
Okay, my name is Yusuf. I'm calling from Yusuf.
All right, welcome.
I just want to make a very sad input. You're children of this generation. So you're thinking about yourself, what you are going to get. You want your own. You're not thinking about the plight of a child. A woman committed. We're always thinking about the woman. What about the man? the Yoruba people have an adage. They say if you marry a woman from the disco from the club, and she will never stop dancing. So you
exactly.
And you meet a girl. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you go to the club and you meet a woman and you marry her. She will never stop dancing. And now, you want to be committing a DNA test in order to punish a child. Why you are the one who went to go and marry a disco lady? Why not just accept your own mistake sometimes? The Bible makes it clear that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. The Bible does not say if you go and find a girl, or go and carry a girl for a baby mama. Then that means you not find a good thing. Then after all, you are looking for a DNA doctor. What if the doctor is wrong? And we are in Nigeria, we are not in Europe.
They can make mistakes, right?
Where the doctor can even take to destroy the family. And we keep basing our things. That's why I love the Igbo culture. If a woman fornicates in the Igbo land, the woman is punished for fornication, but the child is your own, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
The woman, and after your DNA test, it's found that the child is not your blood. That child is the man's child, whether you like it or not.
Yes,
but the woman
legally.
But you want to go and it's not to be a Christian. You will not do the word of God. You will not do the will of God. But
all right. Okay, thank you.
The fruit of the holiness that you want.
All right, thank you. Okay, thank you.
I don't want to go that way.
All right.
But now, the fruit that I have, you want to come and collect it. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. I need to quickly take the messages that I have here. Okay, Chile Edwin says this should remain with those who are so greedy to have occupied themselves with materialism with no form of care for humanity, while they mock those struggling to keep two ends, and what has happened is natural. Okay. This is confusing. Prince Lordman says, does it mean he cannot father, or the wife is just being wicked? Okay, he's asking in respect to Kayode Olarawaju's story. Okay, Meg Bitch Ernest says, if possible, when the baby is in the womb. Because what's happening now can make a man commit murder. Okay, Boy Kanke Udwaka says, yes, immediately after giving birth. Chekube says, why using the word allegedly must everything? Yes, so allegedly, because until they both come out to confirm it, so we have to be careful around here. We don't know if it's going to be
especially that of
Oloriwaju. Yes, Kayode.
He has not brought out any.
He has not brought out.
He
proof.
only
the wife even said, bring out the proof, bring out the doctors, and he hasn't. So he's just doing speculation. So I mean, if the person has not brought out proof, we have to use allegedly, my dear. Okay, so Marshall Greatman says, why do we? I think the question is, why do women hate this DNA test so much? Well, I'm a woman, but I can't answer. And even when I get married, I still cannot relate, because
it will not be your
that
situation.
Is not going to come up. Okay, Olo Paul says, women, why? We don't know, because I think we should also ask men why. Do you get? Because whatever you think that women are doing, men are doing the most. Trust me. Okay, so rounding up today, that some people have said they've had stories, and then this is a welcome development for them. Is it a welcome development for you?
For me, live and let's live.
Okay.
If you can afford it,
go and do it.
And you want to do it, go and do it.
Okay.
But if you trust your partner and you do not see the need for it, fine. Because you cannot tell people what to do and what not to do.
Exactly, yeah. At the end of the day, that is incredibly necessary. Okay. All right, then. that is where we end the show for tonight. The thrill continues at 9 p.m. tomorrow evening, so keep it locked with us. Up next is a commercial, and then the news at 10 p.m. plus World Today. And yes, Lovey Dovey is back, so 11:10 p.m. I'll be here for Lovey Dovey. All of the amazing conversations that we should be having, we will have them. All right, so because you now know that we have amazing content for you for the rest of the night, then you should stick to the dial. My name is Amaka, and I did this with
Fidelia Harry.
All right, guys.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country healthcare system. Country man, correct, holistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they we know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Food ground, as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is a forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition, we don't become ubarugba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International offices where near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now you.
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts. At number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio Dr. Otumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of three types that can afflict men. But of these three, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region, or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains, in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pole to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of weakness of the heart, resulting from infection or spread of this bacteria we're talking about. When this bacteria is able to pollute the body fluid, it is possible for one to witness mouth odor. Mouth odor is a form of changes that is called halitosis, where people will start coming up with breath coming from within that is already polluted. There is no amount of time such people wash their mouth, you discover that the breath coming out is very offensive. All this can be as a result of pollution of the body system. It is possible, if any bacteria is able to dwell so long in the body system, to contaminate the whole body fluid and even damage nerves. When nerves are damaged, there can be tiredness. Not only this, it is possible for men to suffer a lot because this can degenerate to a situation where a man is unable to stand like a real man. When a man is unable to stand like a real man, it is seen as a serious challenge because the whole family can be affected. Part of the joy of the relationship can be stolen, and this can cause different rancors in the family. A man that is unable to stand as he should can find it difficult to get arousal. The desire for opposite sex can disappear, and once that arousal is not there, that is the ignition point. It means such a man will not be able to stand like a real man. In some people, the arousal can be there, but you discover that because nerves have been damaged, the transmission from the upper center down to the power point of man, that is in between his two thighs, can be weakened. When such occurs, you discover that such a man can even get arousal or is able to stand, but the type of standing that he has is not strong enough to help him to even get into the act. In some people, they make effort to get into the act, but you discover that they are unable to spend more than a minute or more before they are exhausted. Mind you, before a man can be called a real man, such a man must be able to have the arousal as desired and also be able to sustain the energy he has been able to gather for a considerable length of time. That is when such a man can be able to make his partner happy when it comes to man-to-woman interaction. So such men do suffer from this from time to time. It's after knowing the root cause of the challenge that one will be able to know the right step to take for one to be totally free. Whenever you experience anything that we have been able to mention or other things, it's very important for one to visit a competent healthcare giver who will be able to run tests on one and pinpoint where the problem lies and prefer solution. For more enlightenment and advice, the number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. Thank you all.
All right. You've been listening to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts. At number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. Let's take our sponsor's message. Don't go away. We shall be right back.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, where they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support the country healthcare system. Kotliman, correct, bakelistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket, full ground, as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is a forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become umbarumba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
You're welcome back to Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts. At number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. Until we come your way again, remain blessed.
And that was a paid infomercial.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM Pawtucket, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM. Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today 95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.